Hi, everybody. Welcome back to Tacky Tablecloths.
My turn. Hi, everybody. Welcome to Tacky Tablecloths. Your turn.
Hi, everybody. I wasn't prepared for this moment.
Welcome, everybody. Welcome to Tacky Tablecloths, episode 8.
You might be wondering
7.
who this guy is because you've never seen him before. This is our friend Anthony, and we told him he could be on the show today. What's going on, my man? How you feeling? Are you feeling good?
I'm feeling good.
This motherfucker rolls into our house looking like a Guido today. Not even just like the tent. No, he had like this pop collar shirt on, hair slicked back. He decides to have the mustache. Actually looks good on you. It looked better than like when I had the mustache.
Some guy told me your window is open and it looks like it's all going to rain.
I mean, at least you dressed up for the show. Like
It will be raining today.
And then for
Is
some
this
reason you
dressing
did.
up?
Yeah, well, and then you decided to take all your clothes off. Like you're just sitting there in your underwear.
The more
and your
clothes that are off, the more Italian I get.
Yeah. What did you say?
He's just modeling after me. I already did the wife beater on the show.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah,
That's
what
true.
did you?
Justin
Yeah, I
was
think you
wearing
did that a
just the
couple
tank
weeks
top.
ago.
It was after the milk.
Yeah.
Because we
I
were
didn't
all
want to
just
wear the same thing on the short as I did on the
Yeah,
show.
and then you guys like both took.
Because then people would be like, "Oh, I can figure out what day this is filmed on."
Yeah.
Right.
I mean, it was already kind of obvious because I was wearing green. I was still green from...
So Anthony, typically we have a segment on the show called Burning Questions. And just want you to know
Do
that
we?
we have
I think we only did that once.
Just so you know,
This is
we
a
have
new
some
segment.
burning questions for you today, okay?
Typically. We
So-
have some
so
burning
you-
questions.
So,
Yeah, whatever.
if
Good
you
segue.
could have sex with the girl of your dreams, but it will cost you your eyesight for a week afterwards, would you do it?
Well,
You got to get a little closer to the mic here, bud. Not like right on it, but
so...
Yeah, don't get that close. I have the gain kind of up a little bit. I mean, you could sit back there like that, just talking a reasonable.
sex with the girl of your dreams, you're blind for a week after. Are we going yay or nay?
Jar Jar Binks.
No, we're going to need a yes or
that's a
no
good
answer
answer.
here.
Jar Jar Binks is a strong
Jar
answer.
Jar Binks is not the girl of your
Mina
dreams.
Kunis. Shout out to Nathan Dottie. That's my mom.
Mila.
Whatever. No, it's Mina.
Isn't it Mila? It's Mila.
Mila.
I think
Yeah,
I know
Mila-
my mother's name.
It's Mila Kunis.
Mila Kunis.
It's Mila Kunis.
I think you said it last night too, and I thought you were just drunk.
I mean, I was drunk.
Well, so was I.
Oh,
And it's
says-
like
Google says
10:30 in
Mina,
the
so-
morning, and
I don't think
Justin
it
and I are
does.
drinking. So
All right, so
Um,
we're going to need a yes or no answer here until we can move on.
His answer was Jar Jar.
No, my eyesight's way too important.
So the answer is no. Okay.
well, he's already getting laid right now anyway, so it's not.
Okay, what does this...
He's like, this is news to me.
What would
Poor
be...
Anthony.
What? Okay, but why would you want to lose your eyesight?
Okay, so you like food, right?
I don't. I
Segue.
usually don't eat food.
What's your
actually.
favorite brand of chicken
I
tendies?
just breathe in oxygen. You know
Answer
that
the
SpongeBob
question. I like
episode?
this question.
What's your favorite brand of chicken tendies?
Brand.
I didn't write this one.
You told him. Actually, there's this really.
We
good
have to do
brand.
some interviews of the people who know
This is a
our
great
subjects.
first
That way
interview.
we can.
These are the hard-hitting
right,
questions.
right.
We have to do some research before.
There's this
interviewing
really
you.
good chicken brand from GFS. I don't know the brand, but it's really good.
Oh, is that like the same stuff they do at the schools?
What?
Like the school chicken tenders, Chicken Basket Day.
Yeah,
Oh.
GFS does a lot of like restaurants.
Chicken
and
Basket
stuff.
Day.
They
was
have
a good
this
day.
bourbon barbecue chicken, and it's really good.
Oh, they're serving that to the children.
So,
What are you writing
What-
down, Alex?
all right.
GFS.
So what's your go-to move on a girl?
Honestly, my girlfriend Kaylee right now, I don't know how I got her because my moves were basically grabbing my crotch on Tinder
Yeah,
and
we talking through a lot of shit, and
basically
it was.
freaking her out. And you don't want to ask me for girl advice.
But then you had
So,
the
so with that being said, you ever eat ass?
It's on my diet. Yeah, you know the food pyramid, right? it's at.
We talked about the food pyramid this week, actually.
Well, I don't know where I'm
They
going.
need to
with this,
restructure
but yes.
that.
What's at the bottom
alright,
of
I
the
have
pyramid?
two.
You got your
team win here.
brains, your
Well, you know how the grains is the biggest part of the pyramid,
right.
Well, that's where this is.
That's where the ass comes in.
the ass is a grain.
Right.
Yep.
Oh,
So,
okay.
so would that have been the most embarrassing thing your parents have caught you doing?
No, definitely jacking off to midget porn.
Are you you serious?
No.
Okay. No, give us an honest
We-
answer.
We need some honest answers here. The audience needs to get to know
What is
you.
the honest answer you want?
I don't
Just
know.
anything.
Just we're trying to get in the insight of
Here,
We
the
need to get
bargain.
in the mind of
I'll give an
Anthony.
honest answer to that question if it.
I don't even know what the question was.
Yeah.
What's
Oh,
the
do you
most
know the
embarrassing thing
No, I'll
your
give an
parents
honest
have
answer
caught
for
you
Oh,
doing?
wait, we're all talking at once. Hold on.
Oh, most embarrassing thing.
If you want, I can give an honest answer first, just to.
My parents found a crusty sock under my bed one time.
That's
no.
the most embarrassing thing.
Well, they found out that I showed my brother porn, but I thought it was cool. I was like, "Hey, look at these titties."
Hey, Jeremy, come over here. Want to see some titties, man?
That was pretty close.
I don't really remember a time.
All right,
I
okay.
do know that one time my brother pants me in front of my whole family.
Was
while
that
we were
embarrassing?
eating. No, I wasn't embarrassed, even though my nuts were hanging out.
Yeah, one time I took off my
giggled.
pants and my nut was
no
just
or
hitting out the
Josh?
side of my underwear, and I'm like, I have no idea how.
One
this happened.
time?
No,
One time?
that's
no.
when I switched to briefs.
Oh, no, you've
By the way,
taken
thank
your
you for
pants
our
off at your
sponsor.
house when we're all
Okay,
around.
I'm not saying that this was. I'm just saying one time I took my pants off in general at home and my nut was just hanging out
Oh, okay.
on its own. I would show my nuts to people on all the time in high school. Okay,
guess
if
we're
you
interviewing
could
Justin
switch
then.
bodies with someone else for 2 minutes
Wait.
and 13 seconds, who
Wait,
would it be?
wait, we never answered the question.
Yeah, you did. You
Yeah,
said
I
it.
did.
Oh, that was your
Yeah,
question?
Someone
That was his
listening.
answer.
That was lame, though.
Oh,
I
well,
don't have anything.
Oh, well, I wanted to hear what Alex said.
Yeah, what?
We've already moved on.
No, no.
No, I was
Go
just gonna
back.
say that to give him.
No. No, boyo, you're not getting out of this one
podcast
that
isn't
easily.
moving on until Alex tells us.
all right, go ahead, Alejandro.
So, when I was younger, I had a computer in my room, as a lot of lucky upper, middle class children did.
I didn't. I had to go to the basement to jerk off.
Well, I had a computer. It
sat
sucked
at that
ass,
chair.
and it was connected to AOL. But I had a computer in my room, and my parents had this thing where I wasn't allowed to lock my door for most of my childhood,
Oh, Christ.
Me too.
and
Got to do that quiet fap with the silent cum.
I remember one time. I don't even know how the hell I didn't hear him, but my dad opened the door, walked all the way over to where I was, and just looked at my screen. And it was during like in the early stages of puberty when like nothing you're doing makes any sense.
Right. No, yeah, we've been there.
Was it a horse?
No, it was not a horse. I had looked up the phrase bubble butt, and I was just looking at pictures of butts on Google. I was wearing like shorts and just touching the head of my penis, and then I just kind of spun my chair around in a circle with my legs out like all the way, but still rubbing the head of my penis, and then that's when I hit my dad in the leg, and then realized there was a person next to me.
No wonder he hates you
I've
so
never
much.
told anyone that story ever.
Oh my god! That is the fucking greatest story I've ever heard.
That's the most embarrassing.
Do you think that attributes to why your dad yells at you all the time?
Dad doesn't yell at me.
He wishes he could have a different son, probably.
Was that the turning point in his life where he's like, damn, I must have fucked
I
up
should have
someone?
a daughter!
Holy
No,
fucking
because if you have a
shit.
daughter, then you
After
find some
that-
black guy banging her in the bedroom.
After
Like,
that, I started locking my door, and my parents never really seemed to take issue with it after that. So,
So you're saying that your dad caught you on a regular occasion?
Yeah, that's when
watching
your
porn?
parents learn that teenage boys need to lock their doors sometimes.
and then there was when I got the we know you're having sex with your, at the time girlfriend. That was,
all right, tell us.
It's
about
like
this.
everybody's parents like not aware of like what it's like to be a teenager because my parents were
They were
just
just
like
like
No,
porn
no.
at 15.
cool about shit.
No,
like they
they-
knew
your-
what was going on. They were
Your
just like,
parents would let your buddy Vince come over and ask for an orange peel and a can and a little pin to pierce the can with so he could smoke weed out
well,
of.
that I
after
think
school.
that's just my parents' ignorance of not really knowing that, even though they've both smoked weed in the past. But like,
no.
Have you been caught fapping? Did you get caught fapping? I guess we
I
have
don't
to
know if
all
I-
tell a story.
Yeah,
about
you
this
need to
now.
tell
not
your
by
story.
my parents. No.
I told my story.
Wait, who did you get caught by then? Your sister?
I don't think she knows.
That you fat?
Well, no, I don't think she realizes what was going on because I'm trying to remember when.
Sorry, my bro.
like how old I was at the time, but I don't know. It's never come up between the two of us. We've never talked about it, but I just remember her coming into the room, asking me something, and like I think I had like sheets over me or something, and then she like left or something. I don't remember that well. We were pretty young, but yeah.
Dang, sounds like a watch it for the plot episode.
I gotta tell her not to watch this episode because that'll be totally fucking awkward.
Oh yeah, that's totally not gonna make her want to watch this specific. Hey,
Well,
just
okay.
don't watch this.
So,
one.
don't watch this one.
I just won't
talked
say
about what
anything.
a jack
Well, she hasn't
dog.
said that she's watched any of them yet, so I don't. Yeah, just keep my mouth shut.
So before Justin goes back into his questioning, I have a question for you, Anthony.
Hit me up, Albert.
What?
I gotta tell my story.
Oh, okay.
I thought you already did. Oh, okay.
No. So, I was in 6th grade, and my friend Chris comes over. We're having a sleepover, as dudes do back in the day. And
Do I know this guy?
yeah, you probably do, but I'll give you full name later.
Okay.
So
Good idea.
Is it the one that just got married?
no,
Different one. Okay. All right. Never mind.
So it rhymes with okra, but whatever.
I don't know.
Okay, so we're hanging out in my parents' office, and he says, "You want to see some titties?" And I'm like, "Yeah, sure." So we don't know what site to go to, so we proceed to type in boobs.com.
I think we've all done that.
Yeah.
And so we type in boobs.com, and obviously we don't really see much, but just a lot of boobs or whatever. So we're like, oh, okay, cool. So then we close it out. Well, come to find out that this is around the time when autofill started coming up on the Internet Explorer. So my dad goes on the computer a little later that day, and he goes to type in like bank.com or something like that, and boobs.com autocorrect. And he calls me in the room.
Bank.com.
I don't know.
Like Bank of America.
So he calls.
Is this what your fucking like 12-year-old
This is when
self
you didn't
thinks
have
that
to be-
adults do? I'm going to bank.com to look at my
Right.
money
I'm
finances.
going to look at the finances.
You have to remember, this was back in the day when there were... Yeah, you didn't have to be original with domain names.
That's
Yeah,
true.
right. Yeah, that's
So-
true.
So my dad.
I'm sure bank.com
So I'm in
is
the
a
other room
website.
watching TV. Chris has already gone home. I'm in the other room watching TV. My dad calls me and he's like, "You know what this is?" And I'm like, "No."
He goes, yes, I do.
He's like, so anyway, awkward conversation. So anyway, he proceeds to tell me that I'm going to be grounded unless I go take my friend to a basketball game and talk to him about why porn is bad.
Oh.
So then I had to go take him to like a basketball game at my middle school and then talk to him about why
How
porn
would
was
he
bad
know
and we
that you
shouldn't
talked
watch
to your
it.
friend about that?
Because my dad was a really good interrogator.
Your dad would take your friend and interrogate.
No. He would interrogate me to tell me that I was
Oh,
like,
if he
because
did it?
it was Chris's idea. It really was. But
And so if it got him out of trouble,
If it got me out
he's
of
gonna
trouble,
rat
I
his
had to
friend.
go rat my
He's
friend
a
out.
fucking rat. He's a fucking rat. Look at you.
yeah, so that was awkward. Really,
Yeah.
really awkward.
God damn, I'm really lucky that my parents like never confronted me like that. Like
I mean, my parents didn't confront me about that.
Your leg did.
We just
Your leg.
my leg did, and then we just never talked about it.
yeah.
You never talked about it.
Even
My
no.
parents would have been like 2 weeks later, just been like, "Hey, can you come into our room for a minute? We gotta talk." And be like, "What? What's wrong? Am I doing bad in school again or something?" Again. So have you been touching your penis? What? Yes. No.
So, piggybacking off of that, just before we go back to Justin's questions, not to make this too crude or anything, but where's the strangest place that you've ever masturbated?
Ooh.
I can't say I'll get in trouble by
Yeah,
the FBI.
I think we all have
The
one.
Kroger parking lot.
Jerked off in the Kroger parking lot? Like in your car?
I may or may not have received fellatio in the
Oh,
back
no,
of
that's
LA
different.
Yeah, that's different.
That's
I've
different.
I got that in the Kroger parking lot before.
Yeah, I've got a handy in a car before.
I got it in the
a handy
store.
in a hot tub. In the store?
Damn.
Yeah, back in the back where there's no video
What
cameras.
aisle?
Who?
What?
Your wife?
My wife filleted me in the back of the store.
I have a friend.
Wife goals.
I have a friend who
Wife
used,
goals,
used
yeah.
to work at the store
Friday
that I
nights,
work
man.
at,
You love closing.
and he
Oh,
jacked off.
in where we work. Oh, I thought
Yeah.
you meant Kroger.
Oh, no.
Ran.
No, I didn't do
Oh,
it.
okay. No, you've told me that
Yeah, I
before.
went to the fridge section in Kroger and got filleted. It was a good time.
Hey, You need a cough drop?
Yeah, I'm trying to tell a story.
Oh, sorry.
No, go ahead. We were finishing. Go.
I had a friend who jacked off in the back
He didn't
of...
tell us where he did it. Yeah, didn't he?
He can't.
No. Let's.
What?
Oh, he can't.
I had a friend who jacked off in the back of a trailer, like the trailer that brought product into the store.
No.
Did he come on the papayas?
No, it was not produce.
Oh, okay.
Did
then
he
I
come
had
on the Kellogg's?
No. Then I had a separate friend who jacked off in the urinal in both stalls at the store.
Gotta cover them all.
That sounds like something Crimpy would do.
It was not him. It was not him.
I remember Crimpy one time. He calls me and he's like, "Oh, man, they gotta do a drug test." And I'm like, "Well, sorry, dude." And he's like, "I think I might lose my job, man." So then he goes and does the drug test or whatever. And like 2 weeks later, he's like, "Yeah, I don't think they care about that at this place of employment."
Oh no! Are you talking about?
Yeah.
Where he works.
No, there was a girl who got hired there who literally smoked weed in the parking lot, went in, and then took her drug test. And they just do that as an intimidation factor. They're too cheap to actually send
Don't
it
do
in for-
math.
Oh, they don't actually send him out. That was a whole plot line in one of the episodes in Atlanta.
Wait,
Was
really?
it?
Yeah, in season 1. Yeah, the Donald Glover's baby mama. Yeah, she works at a school or something, and she has to go in for a drug test. But the night before, she totally forgot about that, and she smokes weed with an old friend of hers that went away or whatever, but came back into town. And then the next day, she's like, "Oh my god, I gotta take a drug test." So she took her baby's, her little girl's piss, and then put it in a balloon or something, taped to her leg, but then it popped, and she's like, "Oh my god!" And then so she goes into the principal and says, "Listen, I smoked weed last night. I don't normally, blah blah blah." And then the principal's like, "Listen, honey, we all smoke weed. We don't actually send those tests out. It's just to keep people on their toes. But since you admitted it to me, you're fired." Yeah, and then she got her ass fired. It was one of the last episodes.
Oh, my God.
Yeah, it was some fucking bullshit. You still need to watch that show. It's so good.
Yeah, I know.
I think is season 2 going on or just ended or something? It might be still
I
going
think it's
on.
still going on. It's definitely not on Netflix.
Okay.
yet.
Did you guys see Ant-Man?
Yeah.
That reminds me of the scene in Ant-Man where he's at the Baskin Robbins and he gets called into the guy's office and he's like, "So, grand larceny, 10 years in federal prison."
Oh,
Yep.
yeah.
And he's like, "Oh man, I just want you to know I'm a big fan. You're a badass. I never thought that I would be the boss of a badass." And it's like, "Oh, thank you, man. I really appreciate it. Well, thank you for not firing me. I just really need this job." And he's like, "Oh, well, you're definitely fired."
Yeah.
And I was like, "Oh." Like, well, thanks for the honesty, buddy.
Back to, do we have any more interview questions for Mr. Anthony?
Yeah. What's a
Aw.
better topping on pizza? Rusty screws or existential dread?
I mean, you could call it pineapple dread.
Oh, don't even.
You don't like pineapple on pizza?
Don't even.
People who put
Pineapple on their pizza.
What the fuck are you doing?
I'm sorry.
We're gonna vote him off the island.
Oh,
I think you're just making noises. I'm like, Justin.
That's the Survivor theme music.
was that the okay?
There goes our,
You're like doing a
there
chant.
goes our Islander audience. They're offended.
Oh shit! We can't keep cutting people
We
out.
lost
No.
3 people.
It's okay. We love people of all races and nationalities.
That's right.
Unless they're
Anyway,
broken.
what about people with fucking pineapple on their pizzas?
It's
It's
Alright.
delicious.
clearly you're talking to a real Italiano.
Oh yeah,
Uh-huh.
real
And
Italian.
people who put
What's your nationality, really?
Italian.
He's Italian.
Is it Italian? You're not Irish?
I had some.
He's
Are
mostly
you sure you're not
Italian.
Irish?
Hair's,
Oh,
my hair's
dude,
red, but-
we need to do a one of the hereditary tests.
Okay, so
on
back
the
to the
show.
pineapple.
Oh, God.
don't try and
What
escape
anyway?
Oh,
this
no, there was
pineapple.
something.
Yeah, no pineapple. No, I'm facing you head on, you motherfucker.
Ooh.
You don't put pineapple on pizza.
Why?
Why?
Yes, you do.
Just like my mom the other day, she made...
MAGA.
Continue, please.
Why are you laughing?
Just
I said my mom. That's funny.
And my mama, she making a pizza. She said, "I no pineapple under the pizza."
Okay, we just lost our Italian audience. So,
we lost them the second that you came on.
she made pulled pork, and she throws peaches in them. Like, you don't do that.
Oh no, dude.
No, I feel like that could be good.
Sweet.
I just
sweet
don't
on
like
meat
that.
Yeah,
is
pork.
good.
Pork goes. I don't eat pork, but
Pork-
like
pork-
you can put like any kind of fruit with pork. That's the thing.
you know what I'm usually like? I have pork in there right now.
Oh, and that's a false equivalency,
I just don't
too.
like warm
It is.
fruit.
Pizza.
It
I don't
is,
like
but-
warm fruit.
Well, first of
Yeah.
all, I mean that's
I
Unless
understandable.
it's grilled.
Oh,
Then-
pineapple's good.
Yeah, grilled pineapple is good. But, like, I like black olives and pineapple just because there's, like, that salty and sweet with it. And then if you get, like, a Gouda pizza with it on it. A Gouda pizza.
Well, you
like,
gotta
that
get-
shit's the best.
Don't you remember, like, back before Domino's decided to start fucking charging you extra for their sauces?
Yeah.
I used to always get the barbecue sauce, and then I'd get pineapple and chicken on it. And I remember you tried it, and you were like, that was not bad.
I said it's not bad, but it does not belong on pizza.
You just, like, checking your emails.
Ask Chef
No,
Ramsay.
I'm actually looking for an article about the how submitting your DNA is not safe right now.
Oh, yeah, because aren't they taking, like, they're, like, selling it. Like, selling your
Some
DNA
people might
information or something. I did read that. I don't know. All
Yeah, I
we'd
was
have
just
to-
one of those things that popped up on my
Ooh.
phone yesterday, and
It
I
would
steal
to
my
try and
DNA.
find it.
I mean,
Nobody
it would,
wants your
it would be
DNA.
fun to do because I really have no idea what the
Okay.
fuck I am. I've been told I'm Irish. I've been told I'm German. I've
You're
been told
Jewish.
I'm...
See, a DNA site's hack is fresh reminder to think twice about your ancestry testing.
Yeah. What, are they going to make clones of us? Well, that's the thing I don't really understand
Dude,
about
if
that.
somebody
Is,
were to clone me, my wife would probably like it because it'd probably be like the better part of me.
would you have a three-way with your wife, with your clone?
I would.
As long as I'm the one going in the butt.
I would rather clone the girlfriend though, not myself.
Dude, I've always wanted to have a double BJ. Let's be honest here. But it'll never happen because I'm married and fully committed.
Unless you clone her.
Well,
Unless I clone
unless
her.
you talk Jess into being like open with like,
No,
let's
no.
go on like Tinder
That-
couples or
that's always
something
a
and
bad
find
idea.
somebody.
We both decided
That's always a bad
whenever
idea.
a long time ago that we think that's cheating. So,
I mean, you could always have that talk again if either of you is like, secretly into it and just be like, listen, can we have a talk
No.
real quick?
There's always that.
There's nothing wrong with being open
There's
with
always
yourself.
that jealousy aspect that no one talks about, but it's.
I've
yeah.
read too many Ask Reddit things about.
Yeah.
So when you had a threesome, how did it actually go? Well, I
Yeah.
got divorced. Well, I got divorced. Well, I got divorced. Like
Yeah.
all of them go that way.
That's
So-
like, well, when I was in high school, I had a girlfriend who was bi, and like, we were like hanging out at theater one time, and there was like this other girl. I think she was like just a lesbian.
Which letter does the
But
name
she-
start with?
Huh? A.
Oh,
You know what I'm talking about.
Okay.
But she, they were like, something came to something. I'm like, yeah, you guys can make out in front of me. And then they started to, and I was like, I don't know about this.
You guys could take me home.
Yeah, I'm like, hold on
right
a sec.
now because I have got
No,
the
it wasn't
stoner.
even that. It's like, I didn't realize I was going to have that reaction, which was kind of like, oh, I don't want to be like that, like, jealous boyfriend or whatever. We're like in fucking high school, so it's like, whatever. But, like, I don't care anymore. But, like, yeah, it was just kind of weird, like, when you think you're going to be okay with, like, damn, this is going to be hot, and then, like, once it's like you see your girlfriend, like, making out with another chick, it's like, oh,
No, you're at
hold
the
up a
bar,
second.
you see two girls, one of them's talking to you, and she offers to make out with her friend. Then you're like, yeah, but your girlfriend...
Yeah.
That
Well,
could
that's the
be-
thing is, like I'm not, like, totally opposed to, like, being open like that kind of shit, but, like,
Polyamorous?
no, not poly. I don't know. Not like that. Like I wouldn't like date two people at once. Like that. I'm not down with that. But like just the idea, I guess. I don't know. But like the one time I've seen it in action, I've just kind of had a weird reaction where I didn't expect.
Yeah.
Just to say that. But yeah.
So 9 out of 10, you wouldn't do it again?
What if you're in a?
I don't know. I'm a grown ass man now, and I'm not like an immature high schooler.
But if you
so,
don't
like-
have a relationship and you get in a threesome,
well, that's different. I feel like that's
No
that's a little
attachments.
different. Yeah, right.
Unless it's a couple and you ruin their life.
that's their
No,
problem.
we're good for like 2 more minutes. Yeah, do we want to... I don't know, it feels like it's kind of winding. Did you have anything else to ask Mr. Anthony here? Before we take our
How do you
first
feel about
break?
having things in your ass?
Scoopity poop. Poop, poop. Scoop.
Ask Alex.
Yesterday when we were leaving,
Actually.
no, just related to what you were saying. These fucking kids were riding by my car on bicycles, and they're like just like yelling shit, and like right as they go past, one of them yells "Scoopity poop doop doop," and I'm like, Jesus fucking Christ!
That's when you know
Do
the
kids
music.
like actually think
Scoop-de-doop.
this shit is like good? Yeah. You may as well have just fucking dabbed and rode into a tree and died. Like,
That's when you know a meme
Dude,
is
that
dead
would be
when
awesome.
kids are yelling things.
when children are screaming them at people in the parking lot of a grocery store.
That's when you know you move on to the next
Yeah.
meme.
Epic Minecraft survival scoopity poop.
All right. You have any horror stories working in human medicine?
What? No, I don't.
He's
I
not
wish I
allowed.
did.
He's not allowed to talk about that.
Yeah,
No,
there's
I-
consumer patient.
You don't. As long as you don't say any names or
No,
anything, you
you
can
can-
talk about generalities.
Yeah, you can say that, but nothing has happened.
Nothing. I have had some weird shit
When I've
happen to
been
me
over
when
one
I
of my
worked in.
patients. What did you say?
I've had some weird shit happen to me in some human health situations. I lived with my aunt for about 6 months, and had to do diapers and colostomy bags in the whole 11 yards
We partied at that place so hard.
every day, every day almost.
Yeah, because she had a condo and like she was pretty much bedridden for the most part.
She was
And
very
we
limited
were-
mobility at that point.
We were
yes.
respectful. Like we didn't
do it inside.
Yeah, we
or
didn't do it
loud.
inside. We didn't make too much of a ruckus. If she said anything, it was cool. But yeah, we were smoking mad weed out and that. I don't know if you want me
Well-
to say that or not.
Well,
but it's-
now everybody knows because I have not publicly admitted this yet to anybody. So
Looks like you got to make sure that people don't watch this episode too.
Yeah,
then.
tell them don't watch this episode.
Hey, you see the little Italian guy? Click no.
oh my God, people inhale marijuana. What a fucking shocker.
but that reminds me of the time whenever we went to the hookah bar and I was taking pictures because like that's what you did when you had a digital camera back in the day. You
Yeah.
just take it everywhere with you. You take pictures. So I decided to put this on my phone, well, on like the SD card or whatever, and stick it into my computer. And in the computer, I decided to save these files as secret files do not open. My dad one day, he asked me to use my computer to look up the Wi-Fi password because he forgot it.
Why would you mark your folder as secret files do not open?
Because I thought it would be funny. It was just me and my friends hanging out. We weren't doing anything bad. It was all legal.
You gotta put that like in your movies folder, inside of like a project folder, and then in like tax returns 2007, and then inside of that, it's like weird French art shit,
Yeah,
and
well,
then you put that inside of that.
I
Like,
wasn't doing anything wrong.
Yes,
So what I did was just funny to me. I didn't expect anybody to be in my computer and think
right,
that they could open up my file that says secret folder do not open.
right.
But my dad proceeds to think that he can open, and he opens it, and he goes and shows my mom, and they both conclude that I'm smoking weed and that they need to talk to me tonight. So
I mean, were they wrong?
they were not. They were wrong.
Did you lie to your parents?
Oh, I lied to my parents for
Okay.
sure.
I mean, I've lied to my
They
parents.
don't understand. They don't understand it. So I call Bryn up, and I'm like, Bryn, my parents know we're smoking weed. Like, just so you know, my parents might tell your parents. And he's like, I don't fucking care, man.
Yeah.
Like,
I don't give a shit. I think at that point my parents already knew that.
well, my parents were like, I don't know. They had
Yeah.
an interesting way to do things.
Well, your parents are pretty conservative.
I feel like our parents were kind of similar.
I mean, they still to this day think that I smoke weed, even though I don't, and I like.
Yeah.
You know what?
Never did.
Weed
You were
makes
like
me
the
scared,
the
man.
opposite of a stoner. Like that.
But they're still and they're not like mad about it. They're just convinced that I do, and I'm like, no, I.
Well, maybe it wouldn't be such a failure if you didn't smoke so much weed. What?
No.
Like, listen, I don't.
Never
like,
said
you
anything
barely
like that.
drank too.
Yeah.
Like, look at our dumbasses. It's like 11 o'clock in the morning. We're already getting shit faced on the podcast.
That's you. I'm just here.
But
Oh, you're
I did
sick.
have a glass of wine this morning.
Yeah, no, we should take a break.
shall
actually,
You
I
guys like-
thank
I
our
just realized
sponsors
how-
before we go?
Yeah, would you like to tell us our
Absolutely.
sponsor?
Today's episode and the company nice enough to bring Anthony to our doorstep is Jimbus Cable. Contact Jimbus Cable for all of your cable needs. They'll get you hooked up with the Jimbus Orb. Isn't that right, Anthony? You have Jimbus Cable, don't you?
Absolutely. One of the best products I've ever bought.
You love having access to the Jimbus family of programming?
I sure do.
Justin, we need to get you hooked up on Jimbus Cable, too.
I don't think I'm ready to switch. Do you guys have any incentives?
Yeah, you get access to the entire Jimbus family of programming.
Okay, all right.
Do you guys
we're
have HBO?
All right, we're taking a break. We'll be right back.
Over to the news.
Oh, it's the news time with Uncle Dan.
Hot topic.
What the fuck did you just say, Jimmy?
Cheeseburger. I tell you what.
I swear to God, Jimmy, I'm in a good fucking mood right now because LeBron, goddamn James, who the fuck is this?
That's
That's
Anthony.
D's nuts, man.
No, you're
I'm
D's nuts.
Antonio.
Why the fuck did you bring an Italian onto my show?
We're okay with the Italians.
Cultural
now.
diversity in the ass.
Diversity. Even though he's white as fuck.
Any other time, I wouldn't accept this piece of shit.
Uncle Dan,
What?
why don't you interview him about the Cleveland Cavaliers?
Do the Cleveland Cavaliers suck?
Actually, I think they have a very good...
Nope! Is LeBron, goddamn James, a piece of shit?
Actually, LeBron James does not play on the Cleveland
Did
Cavaliers.
LeBron, goddamn James, win his team a championship this year?
Well, if you look at the statistics...
No, LeBron James did not win his team no goddamn championship this year. You know why? Because he's a piece of goddamn shit.
Now, Uncle Dan, do you think that LeBron James is going to leave the Cleveland Cavaliers after this?
He's
year?
gonna leave them goddamn Keebler elves, and I tell you where he's fucking going. He's going to the goddamn Los Angeles fucking Lakers. He's gonna play for fucking Magic Johnson, and he's gonna suck ass over there too. You know why? Because this goddamn Kevin Durant came to the goddamn Golden State Warriors over here fucking ruining the goddamn NBA. You know what I tell you? It'd be like if Tom Brady and Rob Gronkowski was on the same... Oh, wait, they goddamn is. This is some fucking bullshit. Kevin Durant of the goddamn Golden State Warriors ruined the basketball. And now LeBron goddamn James is going to tuck his ass in between his legs and run to the Lakers.
Do you believe that 2019 season with the Globetrotters is going to be successful?
Boy, I don't give no fuck about no goddamn fruity Globetrotters. If I wanted to watch three men dribble balls between their legs for 2 hours, I'd go down to the fucking club where your mother conceived you at.
Can you explain that?
When you're older, I will. Not right now.
This audio is going to be fun to mix.
Excuse me, I need my beer.
That's the infantry.
Jimmy, what the fuck did you do to my beer?
Chug it!
I swear to God, Jimmy, you getting my fucking beer collection?
I was jerking it off.
I'm fucking out of here. Get more beer and I'll come back.
Thank you, Uncle Dan.
And that's it for the news
Let's
today.
give it up for Uncle Dan for giving us yet again another...
Hey, grab that hat. Grab
Loud
that hat.
rant.
Grab the other hat right there. Yeah. Just grab the other hat. All right.
This is mine.
Yeah, I know. I know. No. All right.
What are we doing here?
Oh.
Look,
You're a cowboy.
He's
You're
a
your
real
best
American
cowboy.
now.
You are a real number one American.
I am a real American. Very nice.
I do just want to say though, on the topic.
You can
Are
drop
you
the
still
accent.
Hey, it's real hard. I can't stop.
On the actual topic of the actual NBA season
Yeah.
and Kevin Durant.
Dude,
Kevin Durant.
God, you fucking killed me.
I just wanted to say, as you can see, I am a New England Patriots fan.
Boo.
No one cares, Alex.
Well, I
You wanna know
I
what my
have to
favorite
get this
football
out here
team
now.
is?
Okay.
No.
Hey, my favorite football team is you shutting your goddamn mouth and letting me speak for 5 fucking seconds.
Let him
I will
talk.
grope your boob.
Do it. That's fine. I'll keep fucking talking. I don't care.
All right.
So when I was a child, I picked my favorite teams based on. It's cool. You can do it. I'm fine. I picked my favorite
going.
teams
That's consent
based
right
on
there,
their
boys.
uniform colors as a child. I was a Patriots fan because back when they had their weird neon blue jerseys in the mid '90s, I thought that those were just the coolest fucking things ever. I became a Michigan fan because they were the dark blue uniforms with the yellow, and I loved the helmets. And then I didn't really pay much attention to basketball until like 2005-ish, and around the 2007 season, I believe it was the 2007 season. The Golden State Warriors were in the playoffs. They were the We Believe team. They were a team that barely squeaked ass into the playoffs. And they beat the Mavericks, who were the number 1 seed at the time. They were the number 8. They squeaked ass into there. And they were just the most fun team to watch. Like, it was Baron Davis, Steven Jackson. Like, I remember there's a play in the second round against the Utah Jazz. Baron Davis just straight up posterizes Andre Karolinko. I'm just explaining a little bit here. And I was like, I don't really give that much of a shit about basketball, but, like, I fucking loved that team. I loved their colors. And so I've kind of been like, I don't super go out of my way to watch basketball, but I used to just at least enjoy the Warriors. Mm-hmm. And, like, once they got Stephen Curry, I loved him as, like, just a shooter at Davidson that year that they went pretty far in the NCAA tournament. Mm-hmm. But, like, it's just gotten to the point where I give less and less of a shit now because they're just such a dominant force.
Well, that's how I feel about the Patriots. Like, it's
they're
just
not
boring.
But they barely make, they make the AFC
Yeah, I guess. Yeah, it's not the same comparison.
It's not even remotely.
But that's what a lot of people have. Well, football's different than basketball.
Football's a much more team sport.
Dallas Cowboys.
Dallas Cowboys suck ass.
Yeah, they got the best cheerleaders.
That uniform right there.
Don't they have the best
uniform right there?
No.
What?
I thought they had the best.
I feel bad for any cheerleader in the NFL because their pay is just absolutely fucked, and
they're basically
the working conditions they have.
Yeah, they're
heard
interns. That's
yeah.
Yeah, I've heard stories of cheerleaders in the NFL that love it. It's a great jumpstart for their career, and also others who are like, we have been harassed. Like, wasn't it the Redskins?
The Washington White Gilts, yes.
The Washington racial slurs.
Do not call them their fucking bullshit Native American
they need
name.
To change that name.
What about the Cleveland somethings?
Yeah, there was a petition a while ago started by Bomani Jones to call them the Cleveland Caucasians. I love that idea. I saw a dude wearing a Cleveland Caucasian shirt.
Yeah.
It is.
Well, they got rid of Chief Wahoo years ago, didn't they?
They did.
You can still get Chief Wahoo on a lot of stuff, though.
Well, you can. I think the thing is, a lot of people are less upset about that, considering that's just like a broad term. I mean, it's still bad, but like the Redskins thing.
Yeah, it's not like a racial slur. It's just sort of like a. Well, because they thought they were Indian when the settlers came.
It's kind of like
just an ignorant mistake.
It's kind of like how Florida State is the
and then
Seminoles.
They raped and pillaged their people. But that's whatever.
This also isn't the best talk for us to be having because we're again just 4 white people. But
yeah, we're the Columbus Whiteskins.
But
I'm Native American. Do you guys know that?
Are you?
Yes.
Yeah. Oh, I have my great grandmother is Native American.
Oh. All right, we need to have him take the hereditary
yeah.
test because I mean you have a dark. I know you have a darker complexion than the rest of us, but like
when I get real tan, it goes brown red. It's like brown reddish color.
Yeah.
Just give me back like 1 minute to just wrap this whole thing.
Go
up.
for it.
This is.
But yeah, the Washington Redskins need to change their name. That's neither here nor there. But I stopped giving a shit about basketball because like it's fun to watch Curry play. It's fun to watch that whole team play, especially because Steve Kerr is a genius of a coach. But it just feels so like predictable. Like it's just every year it's them versus the Cavs. LeBron James dragging the entire team on his ass because the entire team is just fucking garbage. You know, there was the one year that they had Love playing at a high level and Kyrie. And then other than that, it's just been shit. And, like, they shouldn't have even made it this year, but the Celtics' entire roster was depleted. Mm-hmm. It's not nearly the same in the NFL because, like, even the years the Patriots do make the Super Bowl,
every year.
Their team has... Not every year. Their team has so many deficiencies and weaknesses and everything, it's never a certainty. But that's just really all I wanted to add to that.
I'm bored!
I was already done
I don't want to talk about sports anymore.
And he still slaps his wiener on that.
Well, we haven't done it in a while. Okay, moving on. So one of the bigger things from this week, it's not really like super duper news or anything, but of course we're going to have to talk about Star Wars again.
Do rant.
Kelly Marie Tran, the actress that played Rose in Rose Tico, I believe that's her name.
Yes, it's necessary to add
Yes,
the last
Rose
name.
Tico. And
otherwise people be like, who that?
Yeah, in episode 8, the last Jedi.
The last Jedi.
That'll be our play on
Star
Star
Wars.
Wars.
Episode 8, the last step.
The last Jeopardy.
Anyway, okay, no. All right,
Jimbus?
shush. This is like a serious topic.
The final Jimbus.
So, I didn't hate her character. as a lot of people did.
Can you just restart who we're talking about again?
Kelly Marie Tran, the actress who played Rose Tico in Star Wars Episode 8, The Last Jedi.
All right, now we're clear.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, there was a lot of fan backlash on the internet about her character. A lot of people just really... Which, I don't like that plot line. I don't like the whole casino plot line, but we can get into... We've already gotten into that.
We've gotten into that.
We've gotten into that for like 4 weeks in a row. So anyway... there have been people who are just straight up fucking harassing her online on her Instagram account. You guys are getting a blowjob.
Squeeze up my toesies.
Okay, so anyway, sending her like death threats, telling her to kill herself, and that she ruined fucking Star Wars. And it's the same goddamn shit that happened with Hayden Christensen, with Ahmed Best, with Jake Lloyd, and with the prequels. And it's fucking infuriating, and Star Wars fans piss me the fuck off. If you go on the internet and start harassing an actor because you don't like what happened in the movie that they were in and they had no control over, fuck you, you're a piece of shit human being, and you need to die in a fucking ditch, you piece of shit.
You are
Fuck
the
you.
loser.
You are the loser.
Nobody else. You are the loser.
They're out here making a living for themselves, you know, trying to entertain people, and she did a great job in this movie. Her acting itself was very fucking good. I didn't like the plot line. I didn't think it added to anything. I don't like Rian Johnson's decisions with his script, but I'm not going around fucking harassing people on the internet talking about, oh, this fucking ugly Asian actress is fucking ruining Star Wars. Like, fuck you. Absolutely fuck you. And it oh my god. Does anyone have anything? Because I'm just sort of ranting.
I mean, you are ranting, but I share the same opinion. Like, it's just, I didn't like her character. Not in the sense that, like, it just, like you said, it wasn't necessary. It didn't add anything.
But that's not her fault.
Exactly. That's what I was going to say. But it's not her fault.
It's the directors that put her in the movie. Her just being there would have happened to probably anybody.
But at the same time, don't just go and start sending.
Yeah, don't go to Rian Johnson's Twitter or his Instagram and start sending him death threats. Because, like, that's not fucking cool.
Very necessary.
Yeah,
very necessary.
I disagree with about 75% of the things that he did with that movie. And at the same time is, you can go up to Kathleen Kennedy and bitch about all the shit she's doing, and I feel like she should be the one getting the most hate. But also, don't send her fucking death threats. And don't start attacking her personally. Ask for her resignation. Sure, go right ahead. She got enough money. She's fine. But don't
stoop down to that level.
Yeah, don't stoop down to that level. Because then
you're a middle schooler.
Yeah, you're feeding that narrative of, oh, it's just angry white people that are, fat white guys living in their parents' basement that are bitching about Star Wars. And it's like, no, people of all races, all genders, all everything have a big problem with what Disney and Lucasfilm are doing with Star Wars right now. And that's totally fine to have that. Don't let anyone else tell you that you're wrong for having criticisms about it. They're starting to make less money, and I'm getting off on a completely different tangent. But at the same time, don't stoop down to that level and start harassing individual people who are just trying to do their job.
Yeah. But yeah, I agree, because when you just outright attack, all you're doing is you're just giving them.
You're victimizing them, so then people are on their side.
Yeah.
Not that
That too, so then
but
these media outlets can be like, look, these angry white people are harassing
it gives them an edge,
right,
basically.
the non-white person.
Like,
it's like,
look
well,
here.
no, I don't care that she's Asian. Like, I love the Asians.
But they spin it like that.
I had an Asian girlfriend. Before
I have a black friend.
I have a Mexican friend.
Right, that's kind of hard.
I'm a fat white guy, and I've never sent anyone death threats over the
Are
internet.
you kidding me,
before.
man? Last week you fucking threatened me.
I will tell you one thing that I did used to do when I was a child. Well,
Masturbate?
Younger. I was in high school.
I'll still masturbate.
That was dumb, but not nearly on the same level. Was I would just go in and edit the shit out of people's Wikipedia pages when they pissed me off.
Everyone did that.
Like, yeah, everyone did that. Like, specifically after the 2011 Super Bowl, when Ellis Hobbs just continually fucked the team over. I kept going in and just fucking everything on his Wikipedia page. Like, changed his height to, like, 3'2". Changed his career stats to, like negative 4 interceptions. Yeah, just, like, all this other shit. Just, like, Ellis Hobbs is a professional dog that plays on the New England Patriots.
It's a professional dog.
He, just...
Yeah.
And even
that was
that,
why
like,
we couldn't trust Wikipedia whenever I was in college writing papers. Because people
even,
like you edit in the facts.
Well, I mean, it was stupid shit and it was always fixed, like, 2 minutes later.
Yeah.
But that was the extent of, like, my dumbass shit. So, like, when I hear that people are, like, sending death threats and shit, I'm like, really?
Yeah, and that's the big difference. There's a big difference between, like, being a goober on the internet and just being a fucking harasser. And it's fucked up. Especially, like, there's a lot of talk, like, right now about mental health and suicide awareness because Kate Spade and Anthony Bourdain just killed themselves this week, which is fucking terrible. Just absolutely terrible. They both seemed like just absolutely wonderful people, and especially Anthony Bourdain, because he's more in the spotlight. He had, like, TV shows and stuff, and he just seemed like the most just wholesome motherfucker.
He's been an advocate for the whole Me Too movement, for the whole every industry, every immigrant that's been working in a kitchen for the last 20 years.
Yeah, well, because he travels around the world. He sees all these cultures. He, experiences things and shares it with people. And it's just really sad that people come to that point where, even... And that's the thing. You can have all the money in the world.
You have the fame.
You have the fame. You have the... But it doesn't change the fact that inside your own head, you can sometimes just be like, wow, I just don't belong here, and I just want to get rid of it. And it's
the darkness doesn't always get taken away by these things that a lot of us assume are artificial sources of light in their lives.
Yeah.
I saw someone say on the internet, people who are poor wish they were rich, and then people who are rich, they have all this money, and yet they're not happy. So are they ever going to be happy?
Yeah.
Is the reasoning.
It's a total cliche, but money doesn't buy happiness. It's what
Kate Spade had $200 million in her
It's
bank
always
account.
something you don't have, basically. And once
it's
have
like
it,
you
you're like, oh.
achieve that level of success or wealth or whatever, but it's like there might be something just missing from yourself, or you just don't necessarily seek out the help that you need. And we here at Tacky Tablecloths would just like to extend a friendship handshake to those in need and say, if you're feeling down, if you feel like you need help, reach out to us, reach out to your friends, reach out to whomever, because someone will care.
Someone does care. Not
someone
that they
does
will care. They do care.
They do care. Someone in your life cares. And does...
More people than you think they do.
Yes.
Can I just want to add something onto this, though?
Please.
It's also... I mean, it's, every time that a celebrity kills themselves, we go in and we say, like, reach out to those people around you, like, if you're feeling like that, like, if you're feeling like you're on the verge of doing that, if you're whatever, but it's
if you're
not
feeling anything.
Yeah, but it's not always the easiest thing in the world to just try and tell someone else that you're feeling that way, that you're on the verge of anything that you're doing.
That's the hardest part.
It is the hardest part, and that's why one of the most important things that you can do is try and oh my god, I don't know why it's choking me up to say that. Try and reach out to your own friends, like you as a person who's not feeling this way. But if you suspect that your friends are, or if you just anyone else in your life that you think is that way,
well, you don't even have to suspect it. You should
be
checking up on your
check
friends.
up on your friends. Like it sounds dumb to say, but it's just like legitimately like just please just check up on your friends. Just see how they're doing. I'm so sorry.
Okay, so what I think Alex is trying to get to is that if everybody has a friend that you need to reach out to today. You need to, that they've been through some things in their life. You've talked to that person before. You just got to give them a call. You've just got to reach out to them and be that light in their life right now.
It doesn't even have to be a call. Just a text. Just check how people are doing. Just check on them. You know, even if they say that they're fine, if you don't think that they are, just try. Sorry. Just try. Yeah.
Do your part.
Do your part, yeah. Sorry.
Extend the human life.
We weren't put on this earth by whatever we were put on this earth by, or whatever explosion happened.
Whatever you want to believe.
Whatever you want to believe. We weren't put on here to try and do this fight alone. This was always meant to be something that we did together. We've made it this far together. Let's stick together. Let's make it through whatever we're going through. Because I personally have been in this situation before several times. I've never gotten to the point where I've ever tried to act on it before, but I have had to reach out to somebody. I've had to talk to them, and without those people, I mean, it was to say that I would be here right now. I'd like to think I'm too much of a coward to do that, but it's who's to say that you can't get to that point? Because people even like me who think they're strong-willed and that they could never get to that point. I've been there. I mean, friends in high school have disappeared for a few days, and they're like, hey man, I haven't seen you, what's going on? Oh, well, I was in the hospital. Like, why were you in the hospital? And they're like, well, I really can't talk to you about it. And then you come to find out that they maybe had a suicide attempt or anything like that. And these people are the people who are walking next to you every day. There's your coworker at work who comes in and smiles and says hi to everybody. These are the people, the strong people. These are the people that we really need to be supporting and pulling up, because strength doesn't necessarily come easily.
Yeah.
Do you want to go to break after that?
Yeah, let's, that got a little heavier than I thought it would be.
On the screen here, if you guys need resources, please look in the...
Yes, I will
below. We're going to put the number up right here.
1-800 in the description floating around. I don't know, whatever.
1-800-273-8255. Call or text right now. Or please reach out to somebody, because we are here for you.
Talk to us. I'll talk to you.
Yeah.
Shit. I love everybody.
I'll say something questionable, but you'll feel better after.
All right, cut.
We love you.
All right.
We love you.
We'll be right back after these messages.
Welcome back.
Welcome back,
Tacky
partners.
Tablecloths, episode 8.
All right.
This is episode 7.
Episode 7.
Episode 7. All right, we're gonna
start the new segment. With
we're gonna switch gears here. All right, what?
I thought it might be fun if we just all picked a topic real quick and assigned ourselves a character and did a quick 2-minute sketch.
Okay.
So
That's fine.
You pick a
I don't
noun.
have any props or anything though.
Yeah, dude, pick a noun.
Wait, this is a radio show. I mean, unless you're watching on YouTube.
Yeah, okay, you pick a place. What's a place?
Well, it looks like I've been born in Texas, so I might as well.
All right,
just
so we're in
go with
Texas.
We're in Texas.
Oh, jeez.
What are we doing?
What part of Texas? Are we at a bar? Or
that.
are we
The southern part of Texas. The
We're at
most southern
Chihuahua,
part.
Texas.
We're in
Okay,
Chihuahua,
we're-
Texas.
I think Chihuahua is just in Mexico. I don't think.
Okay, so we're in South Texas.
We're in South Texas.
Yep.
We're at a Mexican restaurant.
Oh,
What?
Mexicano. There's a lot of Mexican restaurants in South Texas.
There is a
true.
ton of restaurants.
Yeah, you kidding me?
Right on the border.
I didn't say that as in it was unrealistic. I just said, oh, never mind.
Okay, and what's our dilemma?
Well, you see, I've been trying to shoot those darn dust devils, but they keep running away from me.
No, I think we're out of sour cream.
We're out of sour cream.
Sour cream is
We're
gone.
out of sour
The
cream.
restaurant itself is out of sight.
All right, who wants to be the server? You should
Why
be the server
me?
because you're really good at saying sorry, sir. I'm really sorry,
I
sir.
want to be the sheriff.
Christ.
All right.
I guess I'm
You're going to be a store manager.
You want this fuck?
You're the manager. Are we the customers?
We're the customers.
We're the out of town homosexual couple.
Oh, okay.
that has come to the restaurant.
Okay.
We are visiting from
Who's
LA.
the man and the woman? Who's the man in the relationship?
There's no man in there. We're both men.
Okay, but there's
Yeah,
more.
we're both men. That's fine. We're very
fine. That's
we're
fine.
progressive here.
No, that's what I'm saying. Is that we're both men, but somebody is on top and somebody is on bottom.
Oh,
And there's clearly a dynamic.
you can alternate. It's fine.
Okay,
Who
maybe
cares?
you're both switch hitters.
What's the fun in being stuck in one position?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. There you go.
Yeah, you're talking about.
Can I get naming?
Hey!
All right, Brian, set the scene.
Oh, Jesus.
Oh, God. Well, see, my first reaction to starting this is wanting to do a voice, but I don't want to.
I'm doing a voice. You can do a voice.
Oh, God.
Do a voice.
I'm just.
I already don't like where this
Okay,
is
you
going.
do you.
at
I will be
all.
the overly feminine. What?
I don't like where this is going.
Yeah, I don't like where this is going because then we're gonna just start offending people.
You already offended the Italians.
Well, that's the thing. I have gay friends who are very effeminate and do that, but like not every gay person I've ever met is overly.
All right,
effeminate.
fine. We'll both be overly manly gay men.
All right, what are we both bears?
Yeah,
no,
we're
you're a
both
bear.
bears.
I'm a cub.
right.
Actually, I've been described as a cub before.
Just do it.
My sister's gay friend said that I'm a cub. That was back. I had a little bit of a.
All right, you
bigger
know what?
beard,
Just
but-
because
that would make
two
me
of
so
y'all won't
uncomfortable.
shut the fuck up, I'ma start it.
All right, set the
Okay.
scene.
So I'm waddling over to the table. So, I get you boys anything else today?
I'm sorry, but my friend.
What? I can't hear you, boy. You need to speak a little louder.
My friend, my partner, he needs some sour cream.
Partner?
He needs some
That
sour.
fella right there?
Yes.
Sir, I'm sorry. I can't eat my enchiladas without sour cream. It just adds the flavor.
You can't
to
eat
it.
your enchilada with no goddamn sour cream.
Sir.
Well, why didn't you eat? What the fuck is that right there?
So I
that's
realize
his
that
friend.
we're in South Texas and you guys don't always have sour cream, but do you have any sour cream at all that we might be able to have?
You fancy boys ain't from Texas, is you?
No, sir. We're from Los Angeles.
Oh, fucking
Well, I'm
course.
from New York, but I've been.
All right, city boys. I'm gonna check in the back, see if we got any fucking sour cream for you. Hey, Tex!
Wow, the people
Tex!
from here really are just great people.
What's going
Tex,
on
Just
over
absolutely
there,
loving
Albert?
people.
Hey, got a
Southern
couple of
hospitality is
fellas from out of town want some goddamn sour cream. We got any fucking sour cream?
Hold on. We don't have any sour cream over here. This restaurant is a sour cream free zone, and I made that very clear.
Well,
do you need me to get back with Sharisha?
I tried to tell him that we ain't got no fucking...
Do I have myself clear? Albert, we are not going to be serving that there. Okay? This is my restaurant, and if I don't want to serve that, we're not going to. So why don't you go back out there and you tell those customers that we will not serve it.
all right, sir.
I do not want to hear about this again. If I hear the word sour and cream,
I love that he called us customers and not some sort of what we expect the South Texans to
I
call
want
us.
you to go out there
What the
right
fuck
now.
kind of unprogressive piece of shit do you think I am, customers?
Now you tell them.
No,
Are you the customers?
Yes,
yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Now, I am a man of the Southern origin. I got a gun right here. This is law-abiding citizen that I am. And I will not have sour cream in this establishment.
I'm sorry, sir. It's just that
Do not make me repeat myself,
every other
boy.
Mexican restaurant I've ever been to in my life has some.
Did
sort
I
of
say
sour-
this is a Mexican restaurant?
We assume.
Did I say that?
Sir, it
What
says,
did you order?
It says Tex-Mex
What
on
did
the
you
sign,
order?
sir. It says,
Well,
What did you order?
it says Mexican.
I ordered 2 bean enchiladas with a side of sour cream.
And that is Mexican to you?
Sir, it's
Do
on
you
the
know where you are?
It's on the menu.
This is Texas.
It's on the menu, sir.
This is Texas. This is America. This is America.
They serve sour cream.
This is not Mexico.
Sir, if you could just get us some pico de gallo, that would be great.
Albert!
Pico to what, sir?
Some pico de gallo.
Pico to get.
They
You know, with the chopped
we
chopped
took
tomatoes.
we
with
took
the
a day
onions.
trip up to San Francisco
Gallo.
one day,
I never-
and this wonderful restaurant that just
Now,
absolutely.
I've never
wonderful
been to
people.
San Francisco, but I've
we
been
ain't never
there.
been outside of South Texas,
Albert.
sir. Oh,
Quiet!
so no, sir. I'm just trying to help educate him for you. So
We
you-
need to give
I
him a tip.
have
He's
an
obviously
80
been abused.
Oh, yes.
Excuse
Oh,
me.
I know.
So,
I
so
feel
you can
bad.
keep your vocal cords quiet because I know it stretches your vocal.
Not
cords a
only
bit.
do I work 60 hours a week at this here restaurant, but I have to go home to my ranch to my stupid wife who won't keep letting old yellow out the door and getting her dirt tracks all over the rug. I live in this town. I'm the sheriff here. This needs to stop.
Sir, Tex,
Who hurt him?
maybe
hurt
keep your
him?
voice down a bit. You're scaring.
We
you're
have
scaring the
barbecue
customers.
He has some feelings
sauce.
he needs to sort out.
And that's it.
Tex,
You
Tex,
should
hold
talk
on.
to him.
Albert,
Tex-
you take care of these customers.
Tex, hold on, hold
I'm
on.
done. I'm
Tex,
done. I'm
Tex.
done.
No, Tex, they was trying to get you to have a breakthrough over here. I think Tex.
Sir, I think that you might have a lot of anger.
Although
in
the
you.
the fellow with the beard was trying to trick me into saying some sort of
Who, me?
something about gay people. I don't know. He was trying to trick me into saying something offensive. He said something about Pico de Gallo.
Now, sir, Mr. Manager,
Pico
what's
de
your
Gallo.
name?
I never heard of no
It's
Pico
a
de
real
Gallo.
salsa.
Sir, what's your name, Mr. Manager?
His name's Tex.
Tex. Now, I feel like you might have a lot of built-up anger.
Oh shit! He just discharged a weapon.
No, it's fine. It's fine. It's fine, honey. It's Texas.
Yeah,
it's
that's Texas
This
tradition
happens all
here,
the time.
sir.
Are
Now-
you a liberal?
I like to think of myself as an American.
Yes.
I like you. I like America.
Now, see, I like that way of thinking.
We
Now,
have
listen.
something in common.
We have a motel room off the highway, about 5 miles from here. We think you might be a little stressed out. Now, we ordered some pay-per-view, and we were just wondering if you might want to, after our meal, come over. We can have a discussion with you. You know, talk about your feelings, talk about your wife, and maybe open you up into a new world that you might not be
We can get some sour
accustomed
cream.
to. We can have sour cream.
Boys, you don't say that word again. You're gonna irritate Tex.
It might surprise him. He
No,
might.
if you say that phrase again, you're gonna make him really irritated.
Albert,
might open up
Albert,
a
you
little
gotta
bit.
stop.
Please stop saying the SC.
Look. You have a bully in your life.
Yeah, you might have had him on your side, but if you keep saying the SC, you're going to piss him off. I
Now,
promise
Albert,
you. You don't want to do that.
It looks like you might be a little pent up too. You might want to come with us as well.
I ain't going nowhere if y'all saying the SC words. You're going to piss Tex off.
Yeah. If the Texans want to be a little more progressive over here, we'll open up your eyes. We'll let you.
Just please don't say the SC word. You're going to piss Tex off.
How do we end a sketch?
Mildly pungent cream.
Do you
All right.
use wart cream on your penis too?
Okay.
That was...
Okay, and scene.
All right.
That was. I went off the rails. All right, that was interesting for our.
I was waiting for him to have his full-on Anthony freak out.
No, he already
No,
had.
he had his
Anthony
fucking freak
But I
out.
was waiting for... No, trust me.
No, look at the sound waves. We've seen.
Oh
the
no,
freak out.
yeah, no, I'm
You've seen a
gonna
real
have to
Anthony
mix this
freak out.
shit.
You know that's nowhere near the limit of the
Okay,
noise
so-
a Hagen can produce.
I did have some news topics this week.
Good job, guys. Good
that
job.
we might want to. Yes,
good, Justin.
very good.
Yeah, I do like that
That
idea.
was fun.
Please don't be offended by anything we said. We mean this in goodwill. We love all people.
We get our shopping
Southern
cloths from
people.
Goodwill. Tablecloths.
Yeah, even Texans that don't
Shopping
like sour
cloth.
cream.
Okay, so probably just the absolute best fucking news shit that happened this week. So it all started when Trump decided he wants to impose tariffs on Canada, and Canada was the big one, but I think there's a couple other U.S. allies. On their and
That was the initial start of it, was Mexico.
Yeah.
And then when he got kind of, not cold on it, but he just kept making it
Yeah,
worse
he
and worse.
he keeps doubling down, and so he imposed tariffs on Canada for their aluminium exports and steel. Can
Hey,
Oh my
maybe you
God!
want to turn your
fucking
phone off.
silencer
no,
off.
it's my.
Are you kidding me?
We're
This
gonna
is
have
off-
to get Greg from Marcus Theaters to come tell you to turn that shit off.
It's my computer because for some reason it wants to play there. It's my lady friend I've been talking to.
Oh, speaking of lady friend.
Oh, do we want to talk about Trump a little later, or do you want to?
No, well, I don't know.
I mean, you
It seems
kinda
like a
wanna
pretty
finish.
good segue, but we also just straight up interrupted you. So
Okay, let me finish this up, and then because I do have a story to tell about that. But anyway,
Oh, do we need to check cameras?
no, we're
That was a little bit of a long segment.
As long as I'm on the
11 minutes in. We're good. We're good. So
Sorry, my bad.
Trump imposed tariffs on Canada, and because of national security risks. And Justin Trudeau, the Prime Minister of Canada, said,
That's my name.
almost, yes, said almost verbatim, "Eat my ass, fuck you, Mr. President, eat shit, fuck, we're not a national security threat. We held, we were brothers in arms." Oh God, is that the battery?
No, that battery is brand new.
Oh, okay.
Wait,
No, it's at half.
What's flashing?
what's flashing?
I don't
Oh,
know.
it just
That was
stopped.
something. Okay, whatever. Anyway, Canada served brothers in arms, whatever. U.S. in World War II.
World War One, Two.
World War I and World War II. Canada has been fucking fantastic with
Afghanistan
us.
as
We
well.
have we love the Canadians. Y'all make great syrup.
I
and
lived in Canada. For
Rush
7
is my
years.
favorite band. Y'all are great.
Wait,
but anyway,
Russia is my favorite band.
Rush is my favorite
Rush.
band. Not Russians.
Rush. I was like,
Rush.
Russia.
No, the Rush.
My
Rush.
favorite band is the Rush.
Geddy Lee, Neil Peart, Alex Lifeson. Fuck yes. But anyway.
Everything's about Texas.
So Donald Trump is just being a little bitch. So the G7 meeting was this week, where the major world leaders come together, talk about trade, talk about foreign policy, talk about how the world's going. And little baby Trump showed up late to that shit.
He was late to G7?
Oh, he was late to like one of their big meetings, and
Wasn't it specifically?
I think it was specifically like the women's empowerment or women's rights, something along those lines. And motherfucker strolls in late just because I don't. Wait, hold on, I gotta get my Trump voice. I don't give a shit. I don't give a rat's ass about women. Fuck the women.
Let me put up my Trump voice.
No, I just care about national security and getting the Mexicans out of here. Blah, blah, blah. So, yeah. So he also tried to get everyone else to be on board with bringing Russia back to make it the G8 again. But yeah, Russia was kicked out because they annexed Crimea. And so everyone...
Wait, that was like 4 years ago.
Yeah, something like that.
Really?
Yeah, so Russia's not involved with the suit. We should not be allies with Russia. No, we need to keep those motherfuckers in check.
They are little evil.
Yes.
I also wouldn't suggest making enemies with them, though. I mean, we should just.
Well, that's the whole thing.
We should just be acquaintances. You know, those people you see from work every.
Yeah,
once
but
in a
Trump's
while.
so.
Are they a nuclear power? Are they a nuclear powerhouse too?
Yeah, they're like
Yeah,
the
Russia.
second biggest nuclear power
Yeah.
other than us. Yeah, well, that's why no one wants to piss them off, but also no one wants to like be friends with them. Yeah, so everyone laughed at
What a
Trump for
weird dynamic.
proposing that shit.
Wait, I'm sorry. I don't mean to interrupt you, but
No.
did they literally LOL?
I'm sure they did.
Like, huh?
I'm
Oh,
sure
you
behind
fucking
closed
fool.
doors, Angela Merkel is like, ha ha ha, the Trump, he's a funny man because mein
the brat.
Schnitzel. But yeah, the whole thing just went to shit. I'm sure there's way more on that on the interweb, but that's just sort of roughly what
I
happened.
have seen some really good memes from the G7 summit, though.
Oh yeah, I just saw a picture this morning. Oh well, that one picture of Trump sitting down and everyone's like gathered around him, looking all angry. And then I saw a Photoshop this morning where he has like a little high chair around him, and he's got a bowl of SpaghettiOs on his head.
I saw that.
Fucking
Did you guys
great.
see the one where they took the Last Supper and they put him on there?
No, I didn't. Was that?
Hold
If
on.
you send it to me, I can have it up.
I'll see if I can.
It'll be right above my head.
Yes.
Just have it covering Anthony's face.
But anyway, so then also, you know, the Mueller investigation is getting up there. Paul Manafort is being indicted for more charges now, and then his business partners, and there's all this other shit going on. And then Trump he's for an entire week just been saying, I'm allowed to pardon myself. I haven't done anything wrong, but I can pardon myself if need be. It's like, dude, if you pardon yourself, that's also an admission of guilt that you did something wrong. Okay, that's wonderful. I love that. That's so good.
Oh my god!
I love that Jesus is still there.
I'll
But
send
anyway.
it to you.
Yeah, so, I mean, do you think he'll try and pardon himself? Do you think he actually will?
No.
Well,
I mean, if-
okay, no, two opinions here. One, I don't really think this should be legal for somebody of a power to be able to pardon themselves.
Well, he
or
really
something.
can't.
Well, let me finish.
Okay, all right.
But one, I don't think that's cool. But two, if he does try, I think it'd be funny to watch.
I mean, it'll get to the point where they'll be like, Mr. President, you have to leave. No, I'm not leaving. This is my office.
This is
you
my
can't make
country.
me leave.
I make the country
I made
great
the
again.
country.
Thank you. Oh my god. Yeah, it's just my computer.
Let's play a game of name 3 things Trump has done that were good.
Well,
He supported the American embroidery market by making Make America Great Again hats.
He beat Hillary Clinton.
Oh.
Hillary for prison!
That's good.
Oh my god. Listen. I did not.
Okay, no, but seriously, you're always critical. There has to be one thing that you think that you actually are... That
I don't know. I really can't think
the
of
news
anything.
that he supposedly will be allowing the blanket removal of marijuana criminalization.
Yes.
Well, see, that is good in theory.
It's good at that's
But
what
all
I'm
politicians
saying.
are kind of liking to say that
Right.
right
That's
now.
true.
Well,
because
the reason I don't think that's ever going to happen is because Barack Obama was one of the best proponents for that of any president that's
And he
ever been
smoked
around
weed.
since.
We know he smoked
Yeah,
weed.
he smoked weed.
admitted
He's
to
totally
it.
for it. He's totally cool with it. But you also need that congressional support.
Yeah.
And Congress just not there because it's a bunch of old ass dinosaurs who don't realize how the world is changing.
Just waiting on them to die.
Yeah, I mean, good lord. I mean, look at Canada. Canada, I believe their Senate that passed a bill to be like, yeah, full recreational legalization of marijuana in Canada. I think it has to go to their House of Commons. Is what I'm not big on.
Yeah,
that.
I don't know Canada's.
Yeah, Canada's law, but yeah, it has to be passed in a couple of different ways before it's fully legalized. But it looks like it's on track to be fully legalized in Canada.
Just in time for our friend who's going to Canada.
That is true. And I mean, there's
also
multiple U.S. states that have it fully legalized here. We have like medical and what 20 or so
State rights.
states. Yeah,
State rights.
Well, that's what pisses me off is that like the Republican platform in general is always about state rights. Don't let the big government tell you what to do. But then when it comes to state rights, it's always the Republicans cracking down on these state rights and saying, "Oh no, we got to go in there and send the DEA agents and shut down this shit." And that's a well, I don't want to get into like other shit, but
What?
You know what's weird?
what I was going to bring up
is
abortion
that we
again because they're always on that shit. But
Uh,
we'll just talk about the weed thing right now.
you know what's weird is that the government wants money, and here we are. We have this thing that can make them a lot of money, and they're like, "No, we don't want that." I was watching America: The Story of Us, the History Channel thing that was from like 2010, and they were talking about how prohibition, when that happened, the federal government lost all this money from being able to tax alcohol.
Yeah.
And one of the main reasons why alcohol got brought back was that the ability to be able to tax that so that the gangsters like Al Capone and whoever else was around back then, so that they weren't taking all this money directly from the federal government, they can tax that.
Yeah, and that's the thing is, it's absolutely asinine to have this product out there. There's no way to quality control it right now. You know, people are getting. I mean, not that the amount of like people who are actually getting like bad cuts of it is very high or anything.
And
but
no one's going to cut weed with like PCP or
That's
like
too expensive.
Like, well, yeah,
It
you're
is,
losing
yes.
money by cutting it just to fuck with someone. That's
But-
bad business.
Yeah,
no
but
one does that.
But still, like, there's not really a level of quality control because you're just buying it from random people on the streets.
Right.
Yes, that's true. I've known this guy for like 7 years, but
Okay, not everyone knows their dealer as intimately as you do.
then at the same time, even if you know this guy, you don't know where he got it from or where the guy that got hit.
Well, yeah,
from
okay.
got it
Well,
from.
here's the thing.
But
is
no.
I've bought weed from hippies in a forest in San Francisco that
Took it out of his
wandered out,
pocket.
took it out of his fucking pocket. Like, do you want to buy some weed? I'm like, I have $20. He's like, here's a giant handful, and it was the best shit I've ever had. So I'm not scared of buying weed from people. Like,
Well,
it's
I'm
It's
not
a plant.
saying
You look
that.
at it and
but
if it's moldy
I
or
understand
something,
your
throw
thing.
it
You want to
away.
regulate. You want to have
wanna
quality.
regulate.
You want to, yeah.
But at the same time, fucking taxes. We tax fucking everything. Why is this the one product that we're not fucking taxing and allowing the government to steal money out of?
I mean, you look at the amount of money that Colorado's already made.
Exactly.
We could totally re-stimulate the economy and the whole education system just by allowing a few adults to smoke weed whenever
Oh,
they
well,
want.
Bessie DeVos doesn't want to fund education because she's a piece of shit. So, just...
Well, let's
Not
not get too
only-
far into that. Let's just
Not
we'll
only
save
that,
broad topic.
but then when you remove that from being a crime and you allow these people to not have to spend so much of their lives in jail
Yeah.
over the stupidest fucking thing of possession of a plant.
it's a fear thing
You allow-
too.
Well, yes, it is a fear thing, but that allows you to cut because we have wasted so much fucking money on the war on drugs. We have so much of a police presence purely for tracking down, busting people smoking weed, smoking whatever. Now, we already don't need to allocate nearly as many resources as we do to a lot of police departments in America, but we can drastically reduce that amount when you're not just on this witch hunt for, fucking kids smoking weed and
Yeah, exactly.
dudes growing
it
weed.
just doesn't
and
matter.
You know what?
that's more money. Just let me finish this one thought real quick. Just that's so much money you're cutting down on, money you're making back in taxes, and it's people that you're allowing to live a free and full life who can then contribute to the economy, contribute to everything else in the world, that aren't spending their lives rotting in a fucking jail cell, also actually actively causing the state money because, we're paying for them to be in prison.
Mm-hmm.
Just a fucking thought.
But then you got these private prisons that get incentivized by putting more and more people, and that
they make their money by having people in the prison.
The prison system should not be a privatized industry. That putting people in rehabilitation,
a government rehabilitation
should not
process.
be something where someone is getting a profit from that. No, that's just fucked up.
So
what were you going to say?
What's strange to me is when you look at the news, what gets coverage? How often do you see a heroin lab or a meth lab bust compared to a marijuana bust on the news?
Considering this is Ohio, we actually do see an absolute fuckload of meth and heroin busts.
Yeah.
But,
because
I feel
that's
what
kind
I've
of an
seen
epidemic
but
right now.
in normal states, it's much more on the marijuana.
What's
in
deadly though?
Well, yeah,
Exactly.
What is deadly
Exactly.
versus what is just comes out of the ground and you can use? I mean, obviously, heroin is technically a plant that comes out of the ground, and so is cocaine, a plant that comes out of the ground. But it's just literally straight, unrefined. There's no process that have to be done to it. You can pick it, you can consume it, and your life can be enriched.
Dry it out a little bit, but other than that,
But you can smoke wet weed. It's just.
Have you ever smoked wet weed?
Yes, I have.
It's hard. You can't get a nice burn on it.
Yeah, it's kind of tough.
Smells good.
You got to leave it in the sun for a day or so. I don't know anything about that though.
Yeah, but anyway, so Ohio did legalize medical marijuana. What was it, 2 years ago at this point?
2 or 3 years ago with some very strange rules.
Yeah, extremely strange. There's no plant-based medicine that you can have. It's all either oils or edibles or.
Didn't it also have to be monopolized by the government?
Yeah, well, there was another bill that got shot down.
That was the
I
issue
voted
2
no
back in
on
the
that
day.
one.
Yeah, you don't want them.
That was allowing Nick Lachey and a couple of other dumbasses to control all marijuana.
Wait, is that the guy from NSYNC?
Yes.
No,
Backstreet.
no, it's 98 Degrees.
No,
Oh.
they're all the same fucking.
Yeah, he was the one that was married to Jessica.
Sorry.
Simpson.
Yeah.
Nick Lachey, Monopoly. Yeah, go ahead.
It was Nick Lachey, someone else prominent, and then a whole bunch of shadow people.
It's
All
the Baldabagas.
all being in charge of all the marijuana production and legalized marijuana production in the state. The amount that they were able to produce was still such a ridiculously low amount that it wasn't going to you were still going to have that side market of people selling shit
Oh, exactly.
because the prices for that would be ridiculous.
Oh yeah.
You'd be you can buy legalized marijuana, but it's going to be 4 times the price that it would be just getting it from your buddy down the street.
Well, I like that perspective too. Is that there's if we do legalize this, there is somewhat of a free market. You can still have private, quote unquote, private drug dealers. You would be allowed to grow your 4 plants like Colorado. You can grow your 4 plants. You can share that with anybody you want to share it with, or maybe I guess you could sell it to them, but it's just something that I think needs a lot of work, and a lot of people really just to sit down and be intentional, and not necessarily politicians, but politicians need to be involved, but people just need to sit down and really just be intentional about what are really our goals here, how can this really benefit our communities, instead of just fear mongering this plant that that's been around for thousands of years and has been used as medicine, multiple times.
So kids, talk to your parents about how marijuana is the right choice for your community.
And with that, we will be right back after these short words from our message sponsors.
Ampboggin.
Hello, welcome to probably the final segment of the show.
Hello.
You guys ready to get sexy?
Yeah.
I think it's sexy. Oh.
Oh, no. We can't have copyrighted music on the show.
Actually, that's a good.
Yeah, I don't want to get flagged by iTunes.
Will it be flagged
All right.
if I sing it awfully
Yeah,
with
no,
my
yeah,
mouth?
sing it.
Bounce, 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 bounce. All right.
I'm not. This shirt's too tight, man. I'm not doing that.
That's what she
It
said.
is pretty tight, man.
So I did bouncing off of the medical marijuana thing. I did have a little story that I wanted to share.
Oh, okay.
With everyone. I think you will. Is it okay if I say you were there?
Yeah, I don't.
Okay, you're here.
At this point, it's already
Yeah.
well known that I like to smoke marijuana
Hey,
with
don't
my
flick
butt.
the camera off, you fuck.
Yeah. Okay, so you were there. I think I mentioned it to you. You have no idea about this. Okay, so
It's a secret.
yeah, so bouncing off of Ohio only allowing edibles and stuff. So I have had edibles before. I don't really.
You've had edibles?
Yes.
Oh.
Well, I don't really consume the marijuanas as much as I used to in my younger years. Just you know,
420, blaze it.
yeah, every once in a while. But like, so I hadn't like smoked or had any weed or anything for like a while, and then I was given some edibles, and I didn't know how fucking potent this shit would be. So him and me and this guy right here. We're going to a Blue Jackets game, and he's like, "Hey man, let's eat a little bit of this cookie
Let's
here."
have some cookies, you know?
Yeah, so I ate like half of it. So like, yeah, no, I'll be good. So I ate half of it, and then we go to the game. We had like free tickets because our friend works for the Blue Jackets.
And they're also terrible.
Should I say
so,
that?
like,
Yeah, whatever.
They're also terrible, so like they give tickets away all the time.
Well, yeah, they give tickets away. all the time.
Cool, please see us, make us look like we got some fan base.
So anyway, so we get there, and like by the time I get there, you know, it's starting to like kick in a little bit. Like, oh wow, all right, cool. And then we sit down in our seats, and we're kind of talking to the people next to us. And then like right before the game starts, it's all hitting me like, damn, that was a lot more than I fucking thought
I
it
hear
would
it hits
be.
you like a truck.
Yeah, it just
what
fucking
I've heard.
hit me.
No, it's not really like a truck. It's just more kind of
It
like...
comes up, and then you're just like, oh my god, I don't want to talk to anybody. I'm so fucking high.
It's more like a sudden awareness of, oh...
Shit. Yeah, so I'm
Like
really
getting hit by a
fucking
truck.
stoned. This is probably like the highest I've ever been in public before. And,
Rookie numbers. You gotta get those numbers up.
here we go, get those numbers up. Okay.
that
Sorry.
So then, yeah. So the first period goes on fine. You know, I'm really into the game. It's awesome. And then the first period ends. There's like the little break, and then him and I are just sitting there. He's like playing on his phone or something. Our friend comes down. He's sitting in the seat in front of us. He's like talking to us, and I'm just sort of like spacing out because I'm way too big. And then all of a sudden, on all of like, there's like the big, like TV thing that goes around like the whole
The Jumbotron.
Yeah, the Jumbotron thing. And then all the side panels start flashing with this big, like, red siren. And I, like, look up, I'm like, what the fuck? And then this guy's voice comes over the loudspeaker. And I can't understand what he's saying because I'm too fucking baked and can't and I'm just freaking out. I'm like, oh my god, is this like, is there a
full,
fire?
like, 40-ounce beer, too.
Well, yeah, I got a big old tall like Miller or something too. So I'm like a little tipsy
Only
too.
$15.
Faded.
Yeah, and so I'm just like, what the fuck's going on? And they're not my friends aren't reacting, and so I'm just like, what the fuck is going on? What the fuck is going on? I think there's like a fire or something. All of a sudden, I see all the people in our section stand up, look behind us, and they're like, oh my god, there they are. My first thought is, oh my god, it's a terrorist attack. Oh my fucking god, someone's gonna start bombing the fucking Nationwide arena. Oh my god, we're all gonna die. We're all gonna die. So I'm kind of ducking down while everyone else is standing up. I'm freaking the fuck out, and people are pointing. I'm like, oh my god, no. And as I look behind me, fucking landing in the hands of the guy behind me is a goddamn Papa John's pizza. And my first thought is, the motherfuckers are taunting us. They want us to eat pizza before they execute us, those motherfuckers. And then I look up into the like the stairs, and there's these fuckers in like red shirts and a red hat, and I realize they're throwing out Papa John's pizzas, and it's just one of those goddamn giveaways.
We want pizza in the morning.
And I didn't-
We want pizza
I realized
every day.
I didn't what?
How do you shoot a pizza?
No, they throw it. It's one of those like little
There's
personal
not
ones.
a cannon?
No,
It's
no,
a
no.
personal size and it's empty.
Pizza cannon!
Personal
And so-
size and it's empty, and they use it like for
Yeah, so then I realized that it was just them throwing out pizzas. Like, why the fuck would you have like a siren thing go off? Like at a stadium. Like, that's just gonna freak people out. What the fuck? So yeah, I thought I was gonna die there, and
It's pizza time!
The last
and I didn't say anything to them like while we were there.
until like last week. I didn't.
Yeah, I didn't tell you until like last week that even happened. But yeah, I was just freaking the fuck out because I thought there was a terrorist attack, and that's the world we live in, where you can't go out in public and not think
It's
that
ridiculous.
people are gonna
Ridiculous.
just start shooting.
The last image he
Ridiculous.
saw before dying was just Papa John's smiling face.
Yeah.
It's like the fucking Bane scene when Bane's coming out of the tunnel with all of his henchmen in The Dark Knight Rises, but it's Papa and he's got the thing on, and he's like, "Citizens of Columbus." And like they've all like locked and loaded. They've just got these guns that just shoot like fucking pepperoni and cheese out, and they're just like this, just like aiming, just like looking for an excuse to pull the
Hey,
trigger.
listen-
So Papa John's is the condiment king?
If I'm getting blown up, I guess at least the last thing I'd want to eat is just a pizza.
Shitty pizza.
Yeah.
Well,
Dude, I actually like
I've had
Papa
those
John's.
personal pizzas. Well, I like Papa John's,
I
but
like
those little
Papa.
personal pizzas they have at the arena are awful.
yeah, they're like $10
They're
for
super
like a-
thin. They're like $10 for like
Yeah.
a four pieces, like tiny. Yeah,
So you
it's
gotta
a
sneak
rip off.
pizza in your pocket.
That's a good idea,
right.
my bro.
Yeah, pizza isn't metal. It's not going to go
It's
through
not
the
a
metal
pocket
detector. Just have it in your shirt, and they'd be like, "Sir, what is that? Oh, what? You never seen a husky guy
Oh,
before?
it's a gun. I mean a pizza.
It's a pizza."
Sir, we're gonna have to strip search you. There's finally pepperonis on your nipples and shit.
Yeah. It's a snack for later.
Related to the NHL, do you think that the Capitals are going to go to the White House? Since Trump disinvited we should have talked about this earlier, but I forgot.
Wait, did
about
they win the Stanley Cup?
it. Yeah, it wasn't.
Capitals
It wasn't the Knights. The Knights.
Oh,
lost.
okay. I totally.
They
See,
had a
that's the thing.
500
Every
to
year
1
when there's the
chance of winning,
Stanley Cup,
and they went to the finals.
every single year I'll like follow the first couple of games, and then especially because like most of the time it's not a team I really care about.
It's really boring.
And yeah, and then I'll just stop watching, and then like a week later, someone will be like, "Oh yeah, whoever won the Stanley Cup." Like, "Oh shit, that happened." Oh, okay.
I only
alright.
cared because I thought it'd be cool if Las Vegas won in their very first season. 'Cause,
Yeah.
like, usually
this is our worst season yet.
Usually expansion teams suck ass, but the NHL also, their expansion league policy and the way that they allow that team to poach players is a little more ridiculous than any of the other leagues do.
Yeah.
But I wonder if they're going to go, considering Trump, disinvited the Eagles and then had his military parade, and then he already said that he's not going to be allowing the Warriors to go because Steph Curry had the audacity to challenge him about it. So it'll just be interesting to see, little guy.
That's all.
Since they're not listening.
I don't
Yeah,
care
see?
about
Yeah.
NHL.
I mean, I'm not a big NHL fan either. It's just gonna be because, like, I remember back in the
I like
that
hockey
was,
because they allow fighting.
it's just that was the big thing back in
Yeah.
the day was watching the sports team that you support go to the White House and like talk to the president. I mean, fuck, like I remember when they added that in Madden, like in the franchise mode, every year you won, you got, and there was a little CGI Obama, and he's like handing over they're handing over a uniform to him. Yeah,
That's the thing. People
Yeah.
wanted to go to the White House and meet Obama.
Yeah,
because
and
he's
it's-
cool as fuck.
and it's just it's just like it's.
dude.
I mean, even when it was Bush and people didn't really like Bush
well,
that much,
'cause-
every team still went. To
Yeah,
see
because
Bush.
he at least respected athletes and respected what they do.
Well, it's
and-
also because he's just a goofy little goober.
yeah, and
He
he's
doesn't
a
wanna watch
goofy.
him-
Yeah, he always seemed like
You're
a
like maybe he'll trip over himself and fall down, or he'll start
Yeah.
eating SpaghettiOs and they'll get in his hair.
Yeah,
or
I
something.
mean, say what you want about Bush. I'm not a fan.
George
He's
Bush as
one of the
the
worst
Hobbit.
presidents of all time. But like, he just
a
seemed
good
like a
painter,
nice
though.
guy to like have a beer with or something. But I would not have a beer with Trump.
Well, he wouldn't drink it.
Well,
anyway.
yeah.
You guys could have some apple juice together. Is that
And-
what, or
and
no,
some-
a Diet Coke. I'm
KFC,
sorry.
and, yeah,
Big Mac.
Diet Coke,
Diet
and
Coke.
Domino's Pizza.
Thank you.
Yeah,
And McDonald's.
and McDonald's. He
Every
loves
once
that
in a while.
McDonald's.
But
And steak with ketchup.
I just thought that was hilarious. Like
He eats
that-
steak with ketchup?
Yeah,
Yeah.
All right,
he
now I'm
he
unsure.
went he went to, I think it was when he went on his Middle East tour. I think it was in Saudi Arabia, and he was going to be served whatever everyone else was eating, and he specifically requested steak. Was it a well done steak with ketchup? Because he's a little baby
Yeah.
that can't eat Middle Eastern food when he's served.
love
Well
Middle
done?
Eastern food.
That's even more offensive.
I'm pretty sure it was well done.
Yeah, it was a well done steak.
Because then
with
there was
ketchup.
that thing afterwards where people are like,
Yeah, can I get a steak with no flavor with some flavor on top?
Now, Dad, what if they want it well done? Well, Bobby,
What about Trump's
we
steaks?
ask them very politely
Which
to
was
leave.
hilarious.
I'll tell you what.
well done, I guess.
No, that's just wrong.
And then he wanted to pardon Muhammad Ali for a crime that he wasn't actually charged.
Well, he was exonerated of that crime
Yeah, that's
by
what I
the
mean,
Supreme
like-
Court years ago.
It was a very long time ago.
Yeah, but this is also
A long time ago in a galaxy far, far away.
We already
That's
talked
what it
about
feels.
Star Wars.
This is also coming from the guy that thought Jefferson Davis was still alive. So
Not everybody has Wikipedia, man.
that motherfucker's on his phone constantly.
He's always tweeting.
Yeah, he's always taking a shit and tweeting,
But
blowing up the White House toilet with this massive dump.
Did you just say blow up the White House?
Sorry, I gotta go
oh,
drop a
shit,
nuke. Somebody give me the
shit.
code.
That's a keyword that was just found by the FBI.
at least we don't have to worry about that dude who stole a tank blowing up the White House.
If this apartment got
That-
raided while we were on
because-
TV, if somebody swatted us while we were doing an episode, that would be hilarious.
Yeah,
well,
especially a
wouldn't.
ballot.
Please.
If somebody swatted us while doing an episode.
No.
Please talk about that
Yeah.
headline because that was one of the funniest things I heard all week.
Did you guys hear about the guy who stole a tank in Virginia?
I don't think so. I've seen.
Okay, so here's what I read. Just somebody shares an article. All I see, tank loose in streets of Virginia. I'm like, oh fuck, that could end really badly because a fucking tank is a fucking
You can
tank.
legally own a tank.
Yeah, it has to be like the cannon has to be deactivated. But
Yes,
Still
but
concrete.
Not
this
doing anything wrong.
this tank was again because it wasn't actually tank, but I'm getting to that. Was stolen off of a military base. So that's where the concerns start to come in. Because all I'm reading is that it's a tank stolen off of a military base. Because all of the fucking journalism updates that I'm getting are, all the updates were just awful. I finally see a video of it driving down the street. I'm like, that's not a fucking tank, it's an APC. Do you know what an APC
It's
is?
isn't it mostly infantry, like a machine gun?
It's
Attachment.
something personnel carrier.
Yeah.
Armored personnel carrier.
Yeah.
It's just like, imagine if you took a tank, but then it was on wheels and it didn't have any sort of fire.
It doesn't have any weapons.
It has
on
no
it?
weapons.
Oh, so it's just a transport.
It's just an armored truck, basically, that's extra armored. This dude's driving, and it also can only go, I think 55 miles at the fastest or something like that.
very fast.
Because, they're
very
designed
fast.
they're designed for,
very dangerous.
Off-road use.
Yeah, they're mostly designed for off-road use. You're not usually ever in a scenario where you're going to be driving faster than, 55.
What were they driving fast from?
Yeah.
But so this fucking dude, because I ended up, finally information about it came out. He was in the National Guard in Virginia. This one day, he just fucking, loses his mind, does a whole bunch of fucking drugs. They haven't said what yet.
Probably marijuana.
I'm
Oh, yes,
assuming
that's
it's-
Probably
marijuana.
not marijuana.
Very dangerous.
I'm
Probably
assuming,
PHP and meth.
yeah, I'm
Bath
assuming it's
salts.
going to be psychedelics or something.
Probably.
PHP's thing too.
Oh, is it?
Um,
Whatever.
So he's fucking riding around in this APC down the highway. He's getting chased by police officers. There's not really anything they can do because police officers aren't really taught a pit maneuver is not going to take out a fucking APC.
Yeah, there's not.
And-
you just have to wait for the gas to run out, I guess.
And the dude's live tweeting the whole time. And one of his tweets is the
I'm
funniest
sorry, he
one.
was texting and driving?
Yes, well,
Oh,
he's-
that motherfucker.
Well, he was tweeting, if you listen to the words I just said.
That's different.
Yeah, it's different. And one of his tweets, and it's my favorite tweet, he says, all I want to do is get an anime wife.
Gotta get that waifu.
So I guess that's a lesson to be learned here, is that, even incels are in our military. They're out there.
Watch out for those incels.
They want their anime wives, and if they don't get them, they're going to go on a rampage of driving at a mild speed and chase, having the police chase after them. But also, please, if you're a journalist, learn the difference between a fucking tank and an APC, because that scared the shit out of me over nothing.
Did you guys see Iron Man 2? By any chance?
Yeah.
One of the biggest plot holes, I think, in Iron Man 2 is why would you go make a demonstration of your robots to this crowd of people with live ammunition in the guns?
Because Tony Stark's an asshole.
No, it wasn't Tony that did
Or
this.
no,
it
was it Jeff Bridges?
No.
No, wasn't it,
Fuck, what was
isn't it
that
Sam
name?
Worthington?
Sam Worthington.
Yeah, it was Sam Worthington.
Whatever. The opposing
No, Sam
gun.
Rockwell.
Sam Rockwell, yeah.
The opposing gun
Sam Worthington's
company.
Avatar, yeah, Rockwell. That's
Why would you
that's
bring
literally what I was thinking
a
of.
live bomb or why would you bring these robots that have missiles on them already to an event with a bunch of people?
Kevin Feige, answer us right fucking now. Robert Downey Jr., answer us right fucking now.
Also, speaking of Robert Downey Jr., in my looking into a lot of the Marvel movies recently, everything bad that happens has a lot to do with Tony Stark.
Yeah.
In case you guys have never realized.
Oh yeah, no, it's
I
all his
realized
fault.
that.
It's all his fault. If you guys have seen Ultron, that totally his fault.
Oh yeah, I mean that was like the key.
Spoiler alert.
Shit, you're so right.
Whatever.
That was like the key point of that
It's
movie.
every single time it's his fault. Like if he hadn't have done all the things he did, whatever. Sorry.
Also, speaking
Iron
of
Man.
Marvel movies, I finally saw Thor Ragnarok the other night because it's on Netflix now.
Hulk like fire, Thor like water.
I gotta say,
No,
because
Hulk like raging fire.
you guys have not seen it yet.
I
right?
haven't seen it, Alex, but I know the whole color saturation thing that kind of were they going for the Guardians of the Galaxy style when they did it?
I mean, you could probably make that argument that the movie itself was inspired by Guardians because they definitely wanted to have a much happier tone and a much more humor involved in
Yeah,
it.
well, that's
But-
what Marvel does.
But in a good way.
Is that where we're gonna go?
Hey, Brandon,
What?
is there something funny over there?
Yeah,
Nothing. No, you guys are talking. We're just talking about me.
Oh.
This guy over here.
So, Bryn, you had a first date the other day.
I think Alex was talking about him.
Yeah, he was
What were
talking.
you
about.
talking about? Sorry.
That's cool.
No, seriously. I don't mean to do this
I
again.
was trying to just have us talk about at least one movie this week. Shit, we needed to talk about Westworld. That's what
We're fine. Well, just wait till the season's over.
You
It's
guys
too
can
much
just
of
say
a
Westworld
clusterfuck.
sucks
We'll leave
again.
them on a
just
cliff.
Nah,
real
we're-
quick. We just want to point out the two lines of dialogue that could be heard.
Yes.
Um,
That I had to rewind and be like, "Did you hear that?" No. All right.
Bryn
here
heard the first one, and I heard the second one.
Yeah, the first one is a middle of an action sequence, and it was FBI, get on the ground. Like, what the fuck? Did they really
Because-
use that?
because there's not.
There's no FBI.
There's
It's all
no
robots.
FBI involvement. They were just clearly using leftover audio from other shows or something. It must have just been generic action sequence sounds. Just fucking FBI get on the ground gets inserted in there. And then there's another one. This girl's like looking at some guy and she just goes, "Welcome to Westworld," and
It
kills
was-
herself.
Oh my god, it was awful.
It was easily the worst episode of the show. It is insultingly bad for an HBO product.
Yeah.
Everything about that episode
They make
is
you
bad.
pay for that shit.
They do. I'm not
Well, they
excited
make me
for
pay
tonight.
for it. Oh
Not
yeah,
at
it is
all
tonight.
excited for
Yeah, I
tonight.
think we're gonna watch Bethesda's E3 conference.
Yeah.
But
I'd
we'll
rather-
do
I'd
a whole
rather-
E3 thing next week.
I'd
but
rather
yeah.
get disappointed by that.
Yeah, we'll watch Westworld tomorrow or something.
Well, there's a big PlayStation sale going on right now.
Yeah, I know. Yeah,
that
it's their whole play.
Oh, yeah,
it's like
yeah.
11 days of. I think it's just their E3.
You can get
yeah.
Call of Duty
Summer
World
days.
War II for $38 right
Yeah,
now.
you should get it because I haven't.
I want to get it, but at the same time, I don't know.
I don't really play Call of Duty, but that one. Every
I'd
once in a
rather
while,
get
I'll hop
Overwatch than the Call
Yes.
of Duty.
on. Ooh, get Overwatch so we can all play.
No, I'm refusing to
Yeah,
pay
you guys
for it.
don't
Remember?
play anyways.
Shit,
I
I'll buy it
play.
for you.
Play with you
I
and
told you
play.
if you buy it for me, I'll play.
Almost every day.
Alex, you play quick play.
Okay.
I still play Call
So
of
anyway,
Duty. But speaking of play, Bryn was at a arcade the other day.
I were.
And what'd you do at that arcade, Bryn? Did you play with some arcade
No,
machines?
no, I was respectful.
The
I
remote
went on a
smells good.
date with a lady. And she was very cute and she was
good.
very nice. And we had a drink.
Did you respect women?
I respected women.
Wait, hold on. When you guys met, did you give a handshake or did you guys do that fake hug thing?
No, we did have an awkward hug at the end of the night.
Was it more fun?
Well, she was the one that initiated it, and I was like, because at the end of a first date, I'm always like, okay, what do I do? I never do you never lean in for the kiss on the first date because that's not a thing.
Unless it goes really well.
Yeah, but
Which is
well,
one in a million.
well, the date got ended abruptly because of fucking someone passing out and we had to call 911. But anyway,
Well, we want to hear about
You
this.
should have used that as an excuse to show your doctor skills and get that person back to life.
I don't have doctor skills.
Dr.
The
Bobby.
girl doesn't
you
have
could
to
have
know
just started
that.
slapping her in the face. Wake up!
No, we were playing this game, and this guy taps us on the shoulder and was like, "Do you know this lady?" And we turn around, there's this girl just passed out on the floor, but 5 feet behind us that we didn't even notice. And we're like, "No, what the hell?" And he's trying to get her conscious, and he's like, "Somebody will call 911." So she whips out her phone and calls 911. I'm like, "Oh my god, hold on!" And so I go and I grab one of the bartenders, like just to let them know that shit's going down. And then her and I went outside just to like so we could hear. And then like 5 minutes later, the ambulance came and like got the girl. And then her and I were like kind of off the side. She was just kind of like, yeah, you want to call it? And I'm like, yeah, I got to work in the morning. Let's just kind of call it here. It was like after 11, so it was just kind of like, okay.
So you were a witness to a murder and you didn't say anything.
It could have been a murder. No, I think that girl just got real
Probably
drunk.
just passed out.
But yeah, and then we had to, the awkward hug because it was just like, yeah, like it went well and we had fun and whatever. But
So how are you going to turn this around for date 2?
I don't know. I'm terrible at being like, yeah, this is what I want to do on a date.
My
Like,
advice is just be forward and tell her what you're doing.
Exactly.
And then just do it.
You have to. Then the girl gets pissy.
Yeah, this is what we're doing.
Trust me, Bryn. You gave me this advice. You said you need to be exact and precise.
That's true. I'm okay with like giving advice to other people when I'm not involved.
But you can't do
like,
it yourself.
yeah, but myself, I'm just sort of like, damn, I don't want to fuck this up. Like, she's like really cool, and
There's
You
this
yourself did also
thing. You
tell
go
us
into
to not
this
take any
with
of
the
your
expectation
advice.
that you're going to fuck it up.
Technically, this is Bryn's advice.
You're not going to
But
have
you're
any
advising
confidence.
him to take his own advice, so that's you giving him advice.
Well, that's
Yeah.
interesting.
Do you want to hear my funny story about a time a girl was really, really drunk?
we're not talking about you, fucker.
Let's give Bryn some more
Do you want to
advice.
hear my story?
Is that when you
No.
pooped on the girl next to you?
No.
Scooped
Yeah, he told a girl that she was the
No,
prettiest
no.
girl in the world, and he farted on her.
No. We'll get into that some other time.
I mean, that's basically the whole
not-
story.
What do you call that move?
It's called that's
Albert.
called the Alex Tequila Shumble.
The Albert.
The Alex.
I like the Albert.
The Albert Tequila Shumble.
No, just the,
Al
Albert.
Squirt.
The Albert.
The Al Squirt.
Oh, speaking of which, talking about Bert, we need to extend open invite to Bert Kreischer to come on the podcast when he's in
said
town
Bert?
in Columbus.
What?
He said Albert.
Oh,
Albert.
Bert. Okay.
So that means Bert.
Bert Kreischer, we want to see you on our podcast. We'd love to have you.
Yeah, we know you're coming to Columbus. Come talk to us, my dude.
You will be on this
We
show.
love you. We listen to your podcast weekly. He's a huger fan, but I've become a fan recently.
I liked your show where you rode roller coasters with your shirt off.
See,
We know about the Travel Channel time.
Yeah.
I've
He
never
said the
seen
Millennium Force is the best roller coaster in the world, and it absolutely is.
Absolutely.
But has he rode the
Absolutely
Millennium
the best.
Wagon?
Just the best. Never been in a better
I
one.
bet Donald Trump can't even fit on a fucking roller coaster. That fat ass.
I can't fit on a roller coaster, so I can't judge.
I feel like he's only a little bit bigger than our boss.
Oh, dude.
Honestly.
Are you kidding me?
He's not that big.
Yes, he is. Have you seen that tub of lard?
Trump? He's like 6'4", 6'5".
He's not that tall. No, he's like
tall.
6'1".
He's
he's
maybe
taller
6'1",
than that.
6'2", like 280 pounds.
Hey Siri,
Yeah. He's a
fat
how
fuck.
tall is Donald Trump?
Oh, wow, she actually...
Donald Trump is 6 feet 3 inches tall.
Okay, 6'3".
Hey, Siri.
That's the size of a nice point
How
guard
much does-
in the NBA.
Oh, it activated mine.
He weighs 239. That's less than me.
No, that's what he said he weighs. That's what he said he weighs in like this press conference. He does
was
not
born
weigh
in
that.
Jamaica?
What?
What?
What? Are you kidding me?
No, he definitely wasn't.
I want to see his birth certificate. No, it says Jamaica Hospital. What the hell's Jamaica Hospital?
it's
I thought he was
probably-
born in New York.
Yeah, it's
It's
probably,
probably in New York.
Oh yeah, it's Queens, New York.
Yeah.
Located in Jamaica.
Wait, what? Located in Jamaica,
Country,
United States.
Oh,
Hey,
that must have
Siri.
been after the flood and everything, when New York became...
How much
part
does
of the United
Donald
States.
Trump weigh?
Oh, of course.
Yeah.
The answer I found is 239 pounds.
The fuck he is.
Brent's gonna have a melt. Excuse
That's
me,
what
Brent. Are
Siri
you
says.
fat shaming our president?
I am. I don't fat shame other people, but I will fat shame that piece of shit.
Wait, didn't this was like a huge deal? Like somebody overseas, like some heavyset lady, she became the minister of health for the country.
Oh, it was
Yeah.
Denmark.
It was either Denmark or Sweden or one of the Scandinavian
Oh,
countries.
yeah, she looks like Jabba.
Oh.
You know who Jabba is, right? Oh.
Nope, that's Chewbacca. Jabba's Oompa Hunga Oompa Han Solo.
I'm better than that.
All right, you guys want to call it a day?
Yeah.
I have one more thing that I
Okay.
want to say real quick.
I'm getting hungry.
I don't give a fuck about
I
your
haven't eaten.
unquenchable hunger. I think it's pretty cool that they're making a Dolomite movie starring Eddie Murphy. Because it'd be really cool if, like, this time Eddie Murphy can like actually do something after he has his comeback.
Yeah.
Since he didn't really do anything after he had his comeback with
me, Dave?
Dreamgirls.
Yeah.
Don't you say that fucking movie
You
name
could just
again
keep
in this
playing
house.
Donkey and Shrek.
No.
Donkey!
No.
Yes.
I love...
Eddie Murphy is a genuinely
I love
funny
Eddie Murphy
person,
as
and he
Donkey.
needs to
Hey,
not be like,
Donkey is a
trapped in
funny
the abyss.
person.
I miss you, Eddie Murphy.
Donkey
Come
is
back
a
to us.
legitimate
He was
actor.
good in that one movie where he goes overseas to like
should
Africa.
we,
Did
should
you
we
see
ask
that
Anthony?
movie?
Do you know what a black comedy is?
Yeah.
What is it?
It has nothing to do with the race. That's what
Thank you.
Okay.
Thank you. Oh my god.
I call that a dark comedy.
I
So
think-
does he.
Yeah.
Well,
think it's
I mean,
just-
He understands it to be a black comedy.
I know
but I
both
call it a
terms,
dark
and that's why
comedy.
in America they're usually now just called dark comedies. In Britain, they're called black comedies.
That's African American
no
comedy.
different thing, Anthony. That is why people say dark comedy now to try and clear up that confusion. But I understand either term.
All right, well, thanks for watching this week's episode.
Send us your
This has
tablecloths.
been great. Please leave a comment on how I should go about wooing a lady.
Oh, Bork.
Because I'm
also-
Hey, Bork, we're
confused.
looking out for you.
Also,
you better make
to
some
We love you,
comments.
Bork.
To the guy who left a comment about the Rock on the Range thing, it's coming soon.
Coming
right, Brandon?
soon.
Oh, wait, somebody left a comment?
Yeah, it was on
Yeah,
the first
and it
thing.
wasn't just
I'm
you,
pretty sure it was
Jess.
the guy.
Yeah,
with
it
the
wasn't
flying
just
shirt.
you complimenting your own fucking shirt.
Okay, thanks for watching. Bye.
Send us your favorite pictures of Anthony.
Should I shave my mustache?